We're good. I think we're live. Hello, YouTube.
Whoa.
And also Spotify, Apple. My peeps. Yo, we have 692 members in the Discord, growing like wildfire. I tell you guys all the time, you have to get in there. That's where it goes down after hours, 24/7. People seem to not sleep, especially Marz. I don't even think Marz sleeps at all.
Marz is always typing in there.
He's always typing in there. He's always typing in our group chat.
Why
I'm
is
everywhere.
Dale on the thumbnail and he's not even on the show?
Well, because he was asking why he hasn't been on a thumbnail yet. So I was like, you know what? Let's just throw him on a thumbnail because he was supposed to be here.
Tricks? Was he like, I already won the show because I'm on the thumbnail. I don't need to show up. Hey, does Dale lose his mind over winning the show?
He definitely comes to try and win the show, but I think he thinks he wins every show. So
For sure.
we got my boy Junior in the building. Junior, thanks for joining us, bro.
Thank you guys.
Junior and I played basketball together in high school. Well, really, he played basketball, and I watched him play basketball in high school. I had the best seats in the house. Went on to play Division I basketball at Seattle. So very well versed in hoops. I wanted him to come on because he's one of the best Twitter follows in the world.
Hey, give me a follow, man. Give me a follow. Let's talk hoop.
What's the handle?
Ichubaka 13, I think. That's that shit. Yeah.
Believe
We got some, just good old hoop talk.
Some hoop talk, some crazy content out there.
That's on the weekends with the tequila. Other than that, just hoop music.
I mean, it is still Sunday.
Yeah, it is.
Like
I'm about to say.
If you want to go grab a tequila, we're all here for it.
Oh, shit.
Especially in light of last episode.
The last episode.
Deacon Dub was in his bag.
Deacon Dub.
Inspired by Euro.
Bro, Shaq, what's up, bro?
Chilling a little bit. I got my Vicks little thing there for my nose. I'm a little nasally. Feeling a little COVID-ish, but hopefully it'll go away by tomorrow.
Yeah. Beat the allegations. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind either way, but
yeah.
I've been crazy congested. Marz, it's good to see you.
Long time no see. I've been hearing in the Discord that someone's ducking the other, but that's
that I'm ducking you or you're ducking me.
I just said one of us is ducking. That's all I've been hearing.
Well, I mean, I had a show that you weren't on a couple of days ago. It would have been good if you were there, but it might have been sweepy time. I don't know.
Well, it was 4:30 a.m., so I think I can be excused.
Yeah. What time was it over here, JD?
It wasn't 4:30.
Off the PJ. No
Hold on,
sleep.
RJ in the same time zone?
No, it's a few hours.
He's
difference.
an hour behind. Not
Okay.
a few, just one. Don't tell that lie. It's just 1 hour. I remember I used to get up for Player's Choice at 4:30.
I used to be watching you guys at those times.
Rusty eyes and all.
I've been through it.
Is that when you were taking your notes on how you were going to conquer Dub, the Dubaholics?
Yeah, I was there preaching in the chat, praying for some to get noticed. It worked.
Catch the
Marz,
Dubaholics fresh off a hangover, sweep in and take over their whole nation.
Yeah, but I mean, Marz, I feel like, Marz, don't do that again. Don't do that again. And if you see that again, just tell him to move you. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. You didn't ask nothing, not a text, not a call, nothing. You know me and you like that off the set. So if you see yourself in the top left next time, just say, JD, I don't think Shaq thinks this is a good idea. Leave it at that.
The top left should just be vacant when you're not here.
No, it's Dub spot when I'm not here.
I think I did well with my top left debut.
Junior, for context, when we were starting out in the early days and we were just getting rolling on TikTok, the way that we edited it up was like we just took the screen essentially where we were all lined up, and Shaq happened to be top left most of the time. So they started calling him top left, and they kept saying top left's takes, this and that, yada yada. So now it's become a staple on the show. So if Shaq's not here and someone fills that top left spot, it's big shoes to fill.
Big shoes.
Yeah, I appreciate Marz. I'm just kidding. JR, you want to talk about when Steph and the gang cheated in Golden State, or we're not getting into that yet?
Steph and the gang cheated, Golden State?
Yeah, like when KD went to Golden State. How you feel about that situation?
Oh man, that's a touchy situation for most. There's a lot of parties involved. You got the Brown stands obviously involved. You got KD stands, the Steph fans. Kind of started a war, you know what I mean? At the time, I'm not gonna lie, just like everybody else, I thought it was weak. But at this point, you know, it's hope, right? And KD wanted that situation. I think if KD would have went and he didn't assert himself and he played weak, that'd be a different conversation. But you know, they won. Like that, it is what it is.
Nobody can block his shot, so that was just
yeah. Like you know, I mean, I will say, especially now how the NBA is, they went and that team was so good, man. Like it's almost crazy to remember a couple of years back we was watching maybe the best team ever, right? So, you know, I really don't mind the move, man. I mean, dudes got to do what they think is best for them. And them games they play was crazy. I remember there's just so many games where, you know, if all three of them was hitting on all cylinders, right, they was looking like the most unbeatable team ever. Yeah, no, for real. They was looking like the Avengers. So I mean, I'm happy to see that because last couple of years, you know, we kind of got back to reality. And not to say it hasn't been fun to watch, but it was just cool to be able to say, yeah, like I remember when Steph and KD teamed up and that's how they was rocking.
Are you considering it an asterisk ring, Junior, or are you counting it?
Nah, we count it. This is my thing. It counts for sure. But for all of those who watch, which is all of us, obviously, it's our duty to let people know what happened during that time. You can't, you know what I mean? Like he won them for sure, and he earned them, or they earned them. But we can't sit here and act like, okay, Bron just lost to whoever. You know what I mean? We got to explain.
Do you think?
Were they really earned, or did they just have to tie their shoes and walk on the basketball court?
Nah, I mean they at the end of the day, man, you got to go out and win. Now, obviously, you don't.
I hate that narrative though with this team. This isn't just
one series where they sweated, right? Maybe two. Yeah. The first maybe championship against
couple
Cleveland,
games,
and then that Houston series. But it's like we're talking about James Harden and Chris Paul, and when it comes down to those game sevens, it just typically never goes in their favor. I'm not gonna say they're not clutch. It just doesn't necessarily go in their favors.
Yeah.
So I'm like, those Warriors teams were literally just skipping through the playoffs.
Nah, they was, but I mean, shit. So was them Cavs team. Them Cavs team was skipping through the East. You know,
I mean, but it was a different roster though. That's the thing. That'd be my whole thing. Like KD, you know, you're unstoppable.
Go ahead, Euro.
Yeah. JR, do you think that's why they're getting so much hate, or everybody's talking about how that ring is like weak and KD's move was weak, etc.? Because you said it's our responsibility to kind of like let the people know like what happened during that time, and we all know that's gonna like history is gonna wash that nuance away.
Man, it 100% is. There's a bunch of what was it, 2 years ago, when the Last Dance came out, right? A lot of us maybe seen Jordan, but a lot of these dudes that talk, especially what I've noticed on Twitter, you got accounts that is dead ass kids. They're kids, you know what I mean? So like they don't really know what they're talking about.
Anime avatars.
Yeah, they're dead ass. Like I coach some of these kids. That's when they really clicked. I'm like, damn, y'all be the motherfuckers that be behind these stan accounts just saying bullshit on the internet.
Did you cut some of your kids with stan accounts?
Yeah, bro.
Did you tell them take that KD jersey off?
Yeah, I'm like, bro. They'd be like ratio. That's why too. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna argue with no anime avatar on Twitter because this is probably some fucking 13-year-old got me all riled up. But I
mean, they got a job and they're good at it.
Yeah, bro. Fuck them kids, but nah, they we gotta be able to tell. So when the Last Dance documentary came out, a lot of motherfuckers was like, "Damn, that's how it happened." I had no idea because they, Jordan won and Jordan for sure won them, but they create that story, which is fine. I mean, that's how it's always going to be. So 10 years from now, 20 years from now, how they tell the story about KD and Steph and Bron may be a little different than kind of how it actually happened. So they won them chips, but when I'm, that old head, I'm gonna be like, nah, but this is what happened though. Steph beat that ass, and then Bron beat Steph's ass, and then KD double back joined Steph, and then they both whooped Bron's ass. You know what I mean? You just got to be clear with what happened. That being said, he got them chips. He got them final MVPs. He hooped. He for sure hooped. But you just got to be clear with what actually happened during that time.
MJ. So where's MJ stand on what's your GOAT list?
Yeah. Whoa, shit.
And we're gonna get your top 10 at the end of the show, so you don't have to reel much off. But I'm just is it MJ, Bron?
My GOAT greatest, and operative word is greatest, because you can't beat Jordan. You know what I mean? Like his career, the shoes, the legacy of the shots. You know what I mean? His shit is just too. You couldn't write a better story. He won 3, leaves, come back, win 3 again. You know what I mean? So as far as greatest goes, got to be Jordan. But best player, like with my own eyes, like best at the game of basketball, LeBron, for sure. LeBron. He just does it all. He got the size, obviously, but he just he can just do everything on the court. He's done it for so long. Reinvented his game multiple of times. He won a chip playing a 1. He won a chip in Miami, damn near playing a 4. He won a chip with Kyrie playing almost like a point forward type position. Dude said he couldn't shoot. Now this motherfucker be shooting from the logo.
Yeah, that's the craziest evolution.
You know what I
mean?
Dude be in the post with the Dirk fade.
Who has a better post up, Kyrie or LeBron?
I knew it was coming.
I was wondering when it was going to come.
Yeah,
quite the segue.
That's the better. I mean, that's tough. Like,
it's
Kyrie
not as
got
clear
better.
cut as you would think, huh?
Yeah, like Kyrie got better. Like most people would say Kyrie got better moves, but I bet you if you looked at it, Bron probably scores. Like per post touch, Bron probably scores. I remember I saw something that Bron got like per post touch, like it's like top 5 in the league, which makes sense. Dude's 6'10" or 6'9", whatever the fuck. I say Bron probably got a better post game, but Kyrie's him for sure. All facets of the game. I don't want to take none away from Kyrie. Bron got a better post game though.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of GOAT Jordan, we have a versus with Giannis, KD, and Jordan. Junior, the way that we do these, we have Giannis, Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan. I have categories that we're going to go down, and each panelist is going to say who you're taking for that category. So, for example, scoring ability. You're going to pick either Giannis, Kevin Durant, or Jordan, and we're going to go on. The order I'm going to do Shaq, Euro, Ron, Junior, Marz. Remember who you follow after the first round. I'll call your name the first round. Then after that, just remember who you follow and give your player. So starting with, we got Giannis, Kevin Durant, and Michael Jordan. Shaq, scoring ability.
Kevin Durant.
Euro.
Ooh,
Jordan.
Ron.
MJ.
Junior.
KD.
Marz.
KD.
Mike.
Playmaking.
Yo, what's going on up here? Like, what's going on up here? Like, why are we starting off the show like this? Like, we got a gas. Like, we was chilling, and y'all come up here and say that MJ is a better scorer than Kevin Durant. Come on,
No,
y'all.
scoring
Like,
ability. That's not necessarily a better
KD,
score.
you can't block his shot. He's 6'10". He can get to anywhere on the court. He can score the ball from literally virtually anywhere on the court. At a higher, he's taller than MJ. So that makes it easier for him.
I don't know, Shaq.
So
maybe
last
it's the super point guard.
last shot of the game to win it, who you passing it to?
Either or. MJ missed a lot of shots too, either or.
Yeah, of course, MJ missed a lot of shots. Okay. That boy used to go 1 for 14 in the first half and then, run it back in the second. But still.
I've yet to see defenders on a regular basis do what I've seen in some of these MJ highlight clips. I've yet to see a barrage of defenders so baffled and fooled by everything one human being did. And then you guys come out here and try to tell me that that's because he was that good. But moving along, we can go.
Shaq, but KD's so nice that he makes defenders look stupid too. So it's
You're telling me
when you're that good, it's obviously gonna make it seem like a defender can't guard.
Hold on. Let's get through this and we'll come back to it. All
right, we can come back to it. 1 second though, JD. Either to answer your question, either if I chose MJ or if I chose KD for the last shot throughout the course of the game to shoot a shot, like who's gonna be the most open?
I guess my real question is, what's your problem with 90s defense? What's your definitively what's your gripe? Because you are basing this category right here just on the 90s defense or the defenses that each player is facing, not off of scoring ability, which is the actual question.
I feel like there are better athletes in the game today than that there ever was. One man was leaps and bounds ahead of his era, MJ. He was so far ahead of his era. It was incredible. So his defenders were just so freaked out and just fooled every time he did something weird. And they're just like, even with Magic. He was
so in 20 years from now, there'll be Shaq Jr. Foreigners going to come up here and talk about LeBron he's just ahead of his generation.
The superstars gap between the superstars and the defense right now, they can make up with it for athleticism. Is that facts or not?
I mean, not in LeBron's case because he's 37 doing what he's doing. And so what other 37-year-old superstar can do what he does? 1,000%.
One thing he is. I didn't say that he wasn't, but I'm just letting you know. When I go back and look at the highlights, LeBron's getting a lot of and ones. They're trying to beat him down. MJ was doing simple shit, and everybody was falling for it. That's all that I'm saying. Go look at the highlights.
That didn't look that simple to me. That didn't look that simple.
Ron, he did this one time to the guy. He did this, and the guy just act like MJ just disappeared.
That was tough, though.
It was. For MJ to even have the guard to be like, I'm about to get him with this move.
You're not lying. That nigga did do that and do that.
Hey, he made it.
What I mean, doesn't LeBron have that too? Doesn't LeBron have that too with the Lakers when he did the?
Yeah, but
everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
That was tough.
How's that? It's the same thing, though.
That was OD. No. MJ was getting away with the
dog. You can't say that MJ joint was trash based on the defense, and then whoever they were playing, I don't even remember. Some guy that's playing in Europe somewhere right now. You know what I'm saying? That fell for it. And
I look at MJ. I look at MJ as I don't know.
MJ remember David Blaine on the hardwood.
back in the day where Tommy and the gang would just go rob banks and there was nothing you can do about it. That's how I look at MJ back in the day. I swear to you. It was a stick up every game. Give me everything.
Euro, to answer your question of who's taking the last shot, it's Andre Iguodala. But playmaking, Shaq.
Playmaking.
Shout out Andre, man.
Playmaking. I'm gonna take the lesser of the evil. I'm gonna go Jordan.
Jordan.
I'm gonna go Jordan.
Yeah, Mike.
Shot blocking.
I know you guys are gonna try to be weird about this one, but I'm going Giannis.
Giannis, nothing to be weird about.
No, not yeah.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Giannis for sure. Giannis, no question.
Giannis.
Perimeter defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Jordan.
Jordan.
Looks like Jordan's running away with this one.
Yeah, Jordan for sure.
Mike again.
Mid-range.
Ooh,
damn.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
I'm gonna go.
You going with DeRozan Jr.?
I'm going, shit. Don't get me started on that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to open that can of worms yet.
Don't get me started on that.
I'm gonna go for mid-range. I'm gonna go Kevin Durant. I'm gonna go Kevin.
Can I ask a question?
No.
I need to know if we considering Michael Jordan's fadeaway mid-range or post.
depends where you took the shot from.
So
is it a post
his
fade or is it
mid-range
from the
included,
elbow?
I mean,
A high post,
I'm asking you.
I feel like is a mid-range shot.
I mean, whatever. I'll go Jordan. I like KD for this, but I go Jordan just based off of the fadeaway.
I like KD too. At second, I got Jordan.
You're such a moron.
KD for sure. KD.
I got KD.
3-point shot.
KD.
KD.
It's Kevin Durant.
KD for sure.
KD.
This one honestly is, I feel like this could be kind of tricky. Post scoring.
I'm gonna go Giannis.
Giannis for sure.
Yeah, it's Giannis.
Shit. I'm rocking with KD still. I'm rocking with KD.
I got Giannis.
Jordan, no love. Okay, he's bullying
We got to
guards
touch back down on that one.
Finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finishing.
Oh,
I'm going super Giannis.
Yeah, I'll go Giannis too.
I think you got to go Giannis.
damn. Y'all not rocking with Jordan on this one? Oh no, I'm
Over
I'm
Giannis?
Yeah, I might rock with.
I mean,
Jordan.
Giannis dunking on everything.
Giannis,
Yeah, like
Giannis be dunking like it's a goddamn Fisher Price hoop. So I get it, but I gotta go Jordan. I gotta go Jordan for this one.
I got Giannis.
Athleticism.
damn. It's between Giannis and Jordan for sure. I feel like as a specimen, I gotta go with MJ was getting a little too. I'm gonna go MJ.
MJ.
Yes, MJ.
Damn, Giannis for sure for me. That's an easy one.
I got Mac.
Dominance.
MJ.
MJ.
I'm gonna go with Giannis on this one.
Jordan.
Mac.
Overall impact on winning.
Ron, that was a weird take.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah, we have two more.
Overall impact on winning. How do I want to spin this? Because when KD went to Golden State, they won automatically. But there's some caveats there for sure.
Like I said, all he had to do was lace those KDs.
Bending is in full effect.
I'm going to go Jordan.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
MJ.
Last one. Better overall.
Basketball player. MJ.
Jordan.
The GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
MJ.
The thing is
Dubs
why that
tapping
last
in
one
the
is
group
weird.
chat. Sorry, go ahead.
The thing is why that last one is weird because I feel like it's easier for Kevin Durant to play basketball than all these two other guys. Like I feel like it's easier for KD. I'm just trying to figure out what ultimately makes Jordan better, and it's just when you include the defense, I feel like that's what pushes him over the ledge. But I mean, offensively, I don't know.
Man,
I don't know about that one.
I tell people all the time, I think KD the most talented player ever because he makes everything look easy, and then when you throw in that he's 7 feet tall and he's doing things that he shouldn't be doing, he's just God gifted, man. Like that's I'm giving the rock to KD in any situation. If anything got to do with scoring or offensively, yeah, KD. I think KD got the edge over just about anybody.
You don't think LeBron is most talented?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, he's up there for sure. LeBron's talented as shit. But KD, how I see talent is if everybody went out, night of drinking, partying, whatever, and woke up the next day and just went into an open gym type setting, or even like just did like a bunch of cone work, drills, who would look the best or who would just naturally have the most success at it? And
Allen Iverson. If you basing it off of that, then he had an entire career coming straight from the club.
Oh,
so
that's fact, and it came very easy to him. But I think what puts KD over the top in any of these conversations is the size, because basketball players, the taller you get, the harder it is to do certain things. So I'm not saying it's not impressive. Obviously, what Iverson did is impressive, but there's guards all over the world. I can go to a park and find a guard that, you know what I mean, can dribble. There ain't too many 7-foot humans walking the earth. Shit, I don't think there's any 7-foot humans walking the earth that can do what Kevin Durant does. You know what I mean?
Junior, I have a question to kind of piggyback off of what you're saying about, you can find guards anywhere and tall guys who can actually play, kind of 1 through 5-ish in a sense. Do you what portion of that do you think, because growing up, I was taller in my class for a while and then everyone caught up, right? So I grew up being taught to play a post. No one was putting me through dribble drills. I wasn't being put through shooting drills.
Yeah.
They were working me in the post. How much of that do you think contributes to coaching kids at a young age in making sure that they can do everything on the basketball court versus how much of it's just growing into your body and like the coordination aspect?
I mean, it's both, but it don't work if you're not coordinated. Again, there's a lot to do to are 6'3", right? And grew up doing guard shit, whatever. But if you made them 6'8", like it's just that much harder. That's why anytime there's a dude who's 6'9" and can dribble, everybody it's the next Kevin Durant. You know what I mean? Like it's just really not as easy as one would think. Now I know these high schooler nowadays, they be kind of nice, so they be making it look easy, but it's being that tall, being able to move your body, and it's not just as simple as dribbling, but Kevin Durant really got a handle. You know what I mean? Like he really got wiggle, he really got pull up. You know what I mean? Like it's not just Kevin Durant can dribble for a tall dude. Kevin Durant can dribble, period. He got one of the best handles in the league.
Yo, JR, got a question. I got a question.
Yeah, it's a bad take.
Who has more of a handle? Who has more of a handle? KD
or
LeBron James?
KD do.
Oh, okay.
He for sure got
I've never seen. I mean, just like you said, how many 7-footers can stick? Like he's just so ahead of his time that he does a hezzy or a cross or a tween, and we lose our minds because he's 6'10".
He became guards with.
I mean, he's literally 7 foot tall. It's just he's just hanging the ball and doing that. It's
so time out. Is him hanging the ball and doing that the same as Jordan doing this? Since they're both ahead of their time, is that the same thing?
No, I feel like KD's a unicorn, so it's like,
or is it just when
he's out
you're
there.
You said Michael Jordan was a unicorn back then.
Yeah, still to my point.
Is it just
You're not about to tell me KD has amazing handles for a 7-footer without a doubt, but LeBron's doing way more. LeBron's way more mobile with that ball. He has the ball in his hands 24/7 making passes, and he has way more. He has He has a lot more defenders to look out for. When he's going in the lane, he has to test for everybody coming in, reaching and grabbing. He's on fast breaks. He's out there throwing no looks. I mean, KD's just setting himself up for ISOs, and you guys say that those are handles. I'm not saying that there's not. But
so
I mean,
better ball.
But now you're comparing positions and the responsibilities. We just talking ball handling.
So then don't say that he has better ball. I don't think he has better ball handling than LeBron James. I'll always
say he has better
that.
moves, better dribble moves. Is that what
well, let's actually look at KD's bag and what's in there. I would love to hear it. We can go down the panel since everybody agrees so much. I want to hear every move that KD has.
You sure you want to do this without Dale?
I mean, you guys are enough.
I do miss Dale for this. I do miss Dale for this because we even talked about the evolution part where what was the question, JD? Like, does it matter if you grow up later in your development stages and stuff like that? And I was like, I'm a big like proponent of that argument because it's like if you are tall initially, they're just going to stick you in the post. A lot of coaches, and I feel like KD had great. I don't even want to say luck, but just the opportunity, like just to have the right people in his circle to even put him in different positions. Let's say, the post or the wing or whatever. I don't know how tall he was when he was like 14 or like 9 years old or whatever. But to me, I feel like he could have had a bad coach. He could have been in a bad situation, grow up a little bit different, maybe, in a different neighborhood. And all of a sudden, we're not looking at KD the way that we're looking at KD because the guy would have just been like, dog, you just tall, so we're going to stick you in the post. And then all his guard skills that he has that we're talking about, they would have suffered because
what are the guard skills? He's a
ball handling,
that dribbles
the ball handling.
Yes, it's just hezzies. That's all it is. It's just hezzies.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's in a post. If you're in a post, you're not hezzy and nothing.
So how many moves does he have?
I'm not talking about that.
But look though, this is the thing. Well, two things.
Why can't anybody answer the?
No. I'm about to answer though.
I said them all. Did I miss it?
Real quick though. KD was a guard. He was like 6'3" up until his like sophomore year, and then he got dumb tall. So that's kind of what you was talking about. But to answer your question though, KD, like you said, he got the hezzy down, but for him, he scores it so easy that I could argue that he don't need moves. So,
but that's the same argument that I'm making. No, I'm saying that you guys are act like when you compare him to LeBron's handles, I'm like, they're not that far off. Like you guys are just making it seem like LeBron is in way more critical situations than KD is when he's dribbling the ball.
You are, you have your arguments, but you apply them differently for each player. Like even with the Michael Jordan stuff, when you do this or whatever, didn't you say the same thing about Carmelo Anthony when all you got to do is just look and he shifts the whole defense?
Yes, that we were talking about bags then. We were talking about what is in the bag, but still, tell me what is in KD's bag. I'm here. Marz,
here's the thing.
I agree with you.
Here's the difference between KD and Bron, especially for a large part of their career. Remember, a lot of people said Bron couldn't shoot, right? So defenders would sag off of Bron. So Bron was never dribbling with a defender. I wouldn't say never, but in most situations, he's not dribbling with somebody.
Stares at a defender, and he's like, "I'm about to take you one-on-one." He's backing up, going in between the legs, like we're about to get busy, regardless of whatever happens after that. And then you guys say, "But Hezzy, KD is unstoppable." You're right, but that has nothing to do with handles.
Well, check this out. When a defender's in your socket, trying to prevent you from getting a move off, and you got to create the space, that's where the handle comes into play. KD is long, and he got a long crossover that he'll put on you, and it's like, how does this 7-footer get this off on a 6'5" guard that's pressuring him? You know, that's like we've all dealt with little quick guards trying to bringing the ball up the court, and they're turning you every which way. And
who are these defenders that are hounding? Who are these defenders that are hounding Kevin Durant?
Shaq and JD. Here's what we need to do. We need to do just a KD highlight sit down. They all got to be there, and we just got to go live one time and just break down his highlights, and we could just see what moves he has. Shaq, you can tell us that that's a stupid move.
I'm like, who kept the repeat button on?
Yeah, that's not something we should be hyping. But when KD does something nasty, I'm gonna be a Dale Minion, and I'm gonna be like, yo,
he's always gonna do something nasty. It's Kevin Durant, just like with all the unicorns. It's always gonna look amazing. All right, but I guess he has better handles than LeBron James.
I want to go back to post scoring because I think actually there was a split, maybe not a even split, but I think I heard Giannis and KD, but no one even considered Jordan.
I considered Jordan. Giannis is bigger. I see him down there more. I think in terms of versatility in the post, you could go KD or Mike, but in terms of just scoring down there and scoring efficiently, kind of like the LeBron and Kyrie argument, I think you got to go with Giannis in that situation.
Hey, that's a good point, though. And I think a lot of people get being versatile in one area versus the actual production in one area. You know what I mean? Because people will say, like, whoever is a better scorer than them. I'm like, what you're trying to say is you like the way that dude scores better than this person. Because a lot of people will say people score better than Bron, and he about to have the most points ever. You know what I mean? Not too many people score better than LeBron James in the history of hoop. Same thing with Giannis. People didn't like how it looked, But I'm like, bro, ain't too many dudes can get you 50 in a game 6 finals game. They just don't like it because it's all dunks and Euro steps. Now when Kyrie goes pat, like, oh, he scores it better, his bag's better. I'm like, I mean, I guess he got more moves, but at the end of the day, them dudes are scoring the ball the same. Or the dude with less moves might, like KD in this example, got less moves, but he scores it better because he don't really need to do moves, you know?
I mean, Kyrie's a showman. He can kill somebody in 3 to 5 moves, and he chooses to just do it in 5 to 7 every time.
Exactly.
So, Junior, I'm going to use your logic against you. You would take DeMar DeRozan over Kevin Durant in the mid-range. Is it because it looks better because he has to do more to get that shot off?
No, I said he got better moves in the mid-range than KD do. And I still think that.
Okay.
Again,
it's not hard.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
KD, and this is my thing with KD, which I think is interesting. So people, for talking about Bron, they'll say, man, he just does that because he's strong, or he plays bully ball, or he don't got moves, you know what I mean? Because they're using his physical advantage against him. But people never say that with KD. And to Shaq's point, a lot of times when KD's playing, if you watch, he don't get by people, you know what I mean? He just shoots over them. So he does a good move, really, for what I think. Again, I don't know KD, but what I'm assuming, he does it just to get in his rhythm. Because he's doing moves and he's not getting by people. He ain't, you know what I mean? But he just wants that little separation that he needs to get a shot off. Why? Because he's 7 feet tall. But no one would ever say he's only scoring because he's tall. Everybody's like, oh, it's his bag, whatever. And I think that's interesting. So in the mid-range, that's what I was talking about. As far as moves, DeMar got better footwork, better moves, in my opinion. KD.
All right. Well, glad we got to discuss that on air.
Yeah. Hey, nothing contra. Hey, I don't think that's a hot take. DeMar got.
No, I can agree with that.
Yeah, he got shit.
I agree with that. I'm still taking Kevin Durant in the mid range. So, does anyone have anything else to say about Giannis, KD, and Jordan?
Well, who is Marz taking in the mid range?
Between who?
Anyone.
KD and DeMar DeRozan.
I mean, KD, I'd say, is a better mid-range scorer, but going back to his point, I agree that DeMar has a, quote, deeper bag in the mid-range because out of necessity more than anything, just because he needs to do more to get a shot off because he's smaller.
And what was your take? Because so you're still under the impression that KD has better handles than LeBron.
No, I never said any of these things. I'm just asking why you think KD has no handle.
Well, who do you choose
for a handle?
Yeah.
I mean, how many points are we awarding the handle? None, right? So it don't matter to me. Can you score? That's the point. So if we go in LeBron, or if we go in LeBron or KD in the mid-range, I'm choosing KD.
I got you.
Like so I don't have an opinion on this because I don't think it matters.
Got you. I think it does.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Hey, but hold on, no. Did you guys fully touch on the post scoring? In why Giannis was just number one?
We didn't touch on you choosing Giannis for domination.
Got you, and that's why I was going back to the post scoring as well. So when we talk about domination, Giannis dominates both sides of the ball. Like Jordan's impact is crazy, but when it comes to just dominating the paint, Giannis is. There's nothing you could do with Giannis. It's pure domination. On defense, in the paint, it's pure domination. From defending somebody to blocking their shot to getting the rebound or contesting their shot and getting the rebound. And as a cherry on top, your man Shaq, the man who you're named after, the most dominant player ever. When he comes out and says, no, that man is the most dominant player ever, that kind of just, puts the cherry on top.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Gotcha. All right.
You good, Shaq?
No, I believe in Giannis's domination. I was going more so like with rings. That's all I was. But like on the court with domination, I think Giannis for sure has a great argument.
Wait, really quick. Speaking of Antetokounmpo, never mind. I'm not gonna get that off.
But for real though, do you like Ron? Do you think Giannis will get how many defensive player of the years does he have?
One.
Two, right? He has one.
Okay, so he's matched up with Jordan. You think he'll get another one? And how many all defensive first teams does he have? Because I think Jordan has 9. So I think defensively, bigs have a little bit more of an advantage, especially when they're rim protectors, because all offense is coming to them. Yeah. And so they have a lot more opportunity to like fend something off and have it seem like they're that much more of a defender than a really great defender on the perimeter, like Michael Jordan. But for Michael Jordan to be Defensive Player of the Year as a guard, and also,
I mean, it was a different era. He literally dominated all the media, everything, all the votes, everything. I'm trying to tell you, it was a show.
Okay,
it was a show for Michael. I'm trying to let you know the gap between Michael and everybody else was so far. They didn't have a choice.
You can't diminish Michael Jordan.
I can't because you guys say he's so great for playing in the era when nobody was close to him. So in MJ's eras, where was the Steph, the Giannis, the Jokic, the KD, all of these guys?
In 20 years, we'll say the same thing about LeBron.
Hey, we can go through our top 75. We never discredit a lot of players that MJ played against. We can go through our top 75 or top 75 list.
In the superstars.
I just told you at age 37, he's doing what he's doing. When else do you think this is going to happen? Exactly. Just like you just said, it was Michael Jordan.
He's not dominant. No. He's not going out there and just dominating like MJ. So who has more talent right now? And it doesn't matter about era when you're talking about talent. Should that matter?
I mean, you trying to make it about eras. I was just talking about defending. You still have to go out there and defend.
I think you can.
You still have to be. You mean to tell me that you could be a halfway decent defender in the 90s and be considered Defensive Player of the Year and a 9-time All Defensive First Team? Like you think that holds no water in today's day and age?
It's just evolution, bro. It's just evolution. It's like video games 20 years ago are not what they are right now. You would not.
Wait, so hold on.
It's so different.
You don't think so? I'm trying to understand your point. You're saying, if you looked at the top 10 players in the NBA throughout the 90s, Jordan is just head and shoulders above everybody, right?
Yes.
Now, look at the top 10 players of the 2010s or the 2000s.
We just argued Steph was face of the league for his couple years. You got KD, they're teaming up. It's a lot of stuff. Okay. Who were the 2 All-Stars that could have teamed up to beat MJ back in the day? Charles tried it, but who? I just want to know who.
Shaq and Penny.
It's just not enough.
Shaq and Penny. Shaq and Penny.
Ron, stop, please.
They beat him.
Ron, stop, please.
They beat him. What are you talking about?
Yes, he just came back from baseball. What are you talking about, Ron? He just walked into the league with a new squad. You just teaming up with Steve Kerr. And you don't know these players.
He didn't come back the day before, though. He came back and played a couple games.
Ron, he just was playing baseball 3 months before, and you're talking about.
He got sent home. Like, I don't know what you said. Who can beat him? What duo?
Ron, he's coming back in rusty. It's the same reason KD in the game couldn't. You can't just come back in.
But here's also the thing, though. Here's also the thing. Is they were so young that if they would have kept playing, I think Jordan might have got sent home maybe in 97 or 98. They might have, if they would have stayed together, they could have beat him. Shaq, who's in a lot of you guys' top 10. Penny Hardaway, who's probably the best player that we never talked about.
Why do you never put any context around what you're saying? You're just saying like that was prime Shaq or something.
It was prime enough. It was good enough. 96, 97, 98, Shaq was dominant enough.
When did Shaq leave the Magic?
97, I believe.
So if Shaq left him in 97, that means he had a chance to beat Jordan in 95 and 96. Did they match up in the playoffs?
They did match up. He beat him one time.
He beat him.
No. He beat him the year that Jordan came back.
He came back. Yeah.
But in 95, 96, or when did Jordan win the chip? In 96, 97, 98, the 3 years Jordan won the chip. Did they match up with Shaq and Penny in the playoffs any of them years?
I think they got swept the next year.
Oh, shit.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Orlando got swept the next year. That was the year the Bulls went 72-10.
Matt Genius donated through the super chat, said Hakeem won 2 championships in Jordan.
When Jordan wasn't there either.
And that's a fact. Hey, that's a fact.
Hakeem is the most underrated player in the history of hoop. I just want throw that out there real quick.
Can't wait to see where he's at in your top 10.
And I also have Jordan
underrated player.
1 as far as when you think of everything on the top 10. Like when you factor in everything, I got Jordan 1, but my top 10 isn't based off of championship rings and other nonsense like that.
Griff City donated through the super chat. What's good, PC? Shaq, what do you have against KD? He asked.
I don't have anything against KD. I think KD's an amazing player. I just didn't like that move because, I mean, the first NBA basketball game I think I ever went to was Kevin Durant when he was on the Sonics, and I think Ron was with me. I feel like that move was just a little weak. Like I never looked at KD until he did that. And it's no defense for it. I'm sorry. Like, of course, people can come here and get off anything they want to, but I don't know.
The move to Golden State you're talking about.
Yeah. I feel like that was more egregious than anything we've seen.
And by the way, the 96 Bulls did sweep the Magic in the conference finals.
But they got it. But yeah, I don't know if Penny and Shaq was gonna beat Jordan. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if they would.
Come on,
Hakeem would have though. Hakeem would have 94, 95 when Hakeem went back to back. They would have got Jordan.
And KD did checkmate LeBron. Like, I'm not taking away what KD his performance is, but I mean it was
Chandler Scott
playing on one of the best teams ever.
Chandler Scott donated through the super chat. Hakeem should be before Shaq all time, in my opinion.
Ooh-wee.
That's not nasty to say, but
I mean Tim Duncan too. I feel like it's easily Tim.
Yeah.
Over Shaq?
I've been waiting for you, Marz. Oh, I know what I was Marz, I know what I was I was just sitting at home and I'm like, I just had an aha moment. And it just kept playing in my head. Like Marz says, I'm ciphering through your data and your shows. And I'm like, how can I get this guy? Marz, you are really nasty. And let me tell you why. You rate guys in your top 10 based off of prime seasons and who had the better prime.
Yeah.
That's a little nasty.
Oh, that was it. I thought you was going to say something else.
I thought you were going to bring the rings into it.
No, that was nothing. I thought
my build-up was it didn't match the big reveal.
Bro, I thought you were about to bring up the rings. Junior, Marz said that he would rather take Robert Horry's career over Michael Jordan's.
You know he's nasty. But
didn't say that. No, hold on. I need to hear him say that right now.
Yeah, I would.
That's taken out of context or nothing.
I said I'd rather have whichever player has more rings. That's the career I would rather have. That's what I said.
You out your mind.
That's an integrity thing, and I can respect that.
Marz,
he's drinking too much.
Marz, who do you have, Tim or Shaq?
Well, as in who do I rank higher?
You spiking your tea with Marz.
I rank Shaq above Tim.
Oh, that's weird.
Wait, but that don't make no sense though. I thought you said you taking the chips.
No, the career. I'd rather have Tim's career than Shaq's. I think Shaq was a better player.
Okay.
I'm not saying Robert Horry is better than mine.
No, for sure. But I was just saying because Tim and Shaq are already so close. I thought the chips would put.
I don't think Pete
you would rather be Robert Horry than over Jordan.
Yes, I'd rather have his career.
Wait, why?
Because I got 7 rings.
Marz, but time out.
It's only one more. You don't want the shoes. You don't want the game-winning shots. You don't want the
strictly basketball.
I don't care about none of that. Really, I'm telling you, I don't care.
No, Marz.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I like you, Marz.
Marz, I understand you're making a point and you're standing on it and you're trying to let everybody know you're a man of your word and integrity. I respect that. But you got to understand, bro, one ring doesn't equivalent $1 billion career.
I don't care about the money. I don't care about the money. I don't care about.
But Marz, here on Player's Choice, Marz, we give everybody the opportunity to walk it back. And before you keep digging this hole to China, you can really climb out of the hole. You can really climb out and just be like, okay, this episode I was wilding, and I don't.
Put those gloves on, put them tap dancing shoes on, and MJ yourself backwards.
Don't forget about them socks.
Don't do it, Marz. Don't do it, Marz.
Marz,
old sneakers.
I think MJ had a better career than Robert Horry. I think he had a better career, but I'd rather have the career with more rings. I don't get why that's so big.
Why do rings mean so much to you, Marz?
Yeah,
because if I'm playing a sport, the only reason I'm playing it is to win. That's literally the only reason I'm playing it.
You don't care about legacy.
No, I don't care what people say about me after I've retired. I just don't care. Like, why would I care? I don't care what Stuart down the road is gonna remember my career as. I know that I have 7 rings at home. That's what I care about.
But that's okay.
So you don't care.
But that okay. Hold on. I'm sorry.
It's a bad take. It's a JR. It's a bad take. He knows it's bad.
Griff City donated. Hold on. Griff City donated through the super chat. Said Marz, I rock with you, brother, but that's crazy.
I'm not asking anyone to agree with me. I'm just saying this is my preference.
We're gonna just drive this point home.
Shout out Griff City.
Cam Cobain donated through the super chat. Where would Hakeem rank in top 10 players today? So I'm assuming he's talking about active NBA players.
Yeah.
I feel like he would be top 3. Wherever Embiid is, I feel like he would be right there.
Yeah.
He's above,
Get him
he's
a
above
midi,
Embiid
and it's
for
over.
sure.
Top
I
3.
agree. I think he's above Embiid too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd probably have him maybe 2.
Behind Joker.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I might have him above Joker. I probably got Giannis, Hakeem, Jokic, top 3.
This
I got him above
guy,
Joker.
hold on. This just got interesting because Shaq, you said that Jordan was so far ahead of his competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if Hakeem would rank as a top 3 player today, which was technically Jordan's competition, does that mean Jordan then is head and shoulders above what today's NBA would be?
No, I don't think so. I think it's this is not an aha moment at all. It's a very simple response. I feel like Hakeem had a very good skill set back in the day. So I said if you just give him a mid-range, you can apply him in this era, and he's all of a sudden a top 3 player.
What do you mean? He had him mid-range.
No, I'm saying like a 3-point shot. Then that's what I'm talking about. Like if you give him like,
if you can give him a
free,
if you can give him a 3-point shot, what's so crazy about us giving bird handles?
No. Super Bird, and this is Super Hakeem. Yeah, I know.
But you got angry at
shooting 40 from the
you got angry at Super Bird, but Super Hakeem.
Yeah, I mean, no. I finally rolled over and I said, okay, we got to give him something. You gave him handles. I'm giving Hakeem a 3-point shot, and I feel like he could. What's wrong with saying that?
We don't have to supersize Hakeem at all. The
way
he's in his prime, he would be a problem in today's league.
I'm still trying to figure out what JR's point that he was trying to make. How would MJ, if you put MJ in this league?
Because and I agree with what you were saying. I think the talent is a lot better right now. But under that same assumption, then no player from the 90s should be able to get dropped off in the playing right now and should just be top 3. I mean, maybe they are. But again, I think Hakeem is very underrated.
I'm fair. If Hakeem came into this era, you have to give him something. Like he was born 20 years ago. He's just not going to play.
I agree, but then I'm just saying we didn't have to dial back us saying Jordan was just head and shoulders above his competition.
No, Jordan was, but when I think of people that was around him, I think of like Hakeem and Shaq. But then Shaq wasn't in his prime yet. Hakeem was, but he wasn't winning. He won the 2 when he wasn't even in the league. So then name me the rest of the people. Marz, I don't know if you have this data. I would like to hear the first, second, and third. I think maybe they only did 2 first All-NBA teams back in that era, but I would love to hear just some friendly names on there. And let's see if any of those names on there would be top 5.
It would be guys like Charles Barkley, Gary Payton, probably.
It's like, come on, y'all. Like, come on, let's get serious. Let's really get serious right now.
It would be guys.
Euro. Let's get serious right now.
You're not going to disrespect Charles Barkley and Gary Payton like they wouldn't come get down in this era too, especially Charles.
So okay. So this is why
I think especially Gary Payton. This is why everybody's talking about Beverly's having all this season and all that. Like he ain't Gary Payton.
No,
he ain't Gary Payton on offense.
Super Payton has bounced all of a sudden. He was just born springy.
Gary Payton was athletic. He was athletic.
Ron, why are you doing this today?
He wasn't Gary Payton. Have you watched him play? Gary Payton.
Why do we care about Gary Payton's athleticism? Like that was, even if he was athletic, that wasn't part of his game. So why are we trying to make it out like he needs athleticism to survive in this day and age?
What are we talking about right now?
I'm not talking top 10, but he wasn't top 10 back then either.
Okay, exactly. So why are we talking about him right now? Let's talk about the people that was in MJ's era that could come right now and be top 5 or top 10, and let's do that tier list. Because you guys are just acting like
athleticism isn't just bunnies.
Yes, Ron. Yes, the whole 90s. You can name them right now.
I would love to do that. Top 1.
So Hakeem will be 1 right now.
And if Hakeem was 1, Jordan would be 0. Now let's keep going.
So whose game is it easier to get off in today's era, Hakeem or MJ's? If you ploop them both there, of course we got Super Jordan, Super Hakeem. Who's going to get off easier? Because it's just weird to me that the top 3 best players in the league are all bigs, but all of a sudden MJ's getting plopped, and it's no takeaway from MJ. But if DeMar DeRozan averaged 30 right now from wherever, you guys still wouldn't give him the respect that he deserves because he's doing it. They're like,
but he doesn't average 30. So,
but then this is why I get wait. But then I was in the shower today after practice because I played pro basketball. So I was in the shower today and I was like, it was reeling, Marz. It was reeling, and I was like, what do I hate most in the chat when they say Shaq is just talking? Are you bozos listening, or are you what's going on?
It's such a lazy comment.
The guy that says Shaq just talks sometimes. TG, I see you. Now you name me the people in MJ's era that would be top 5 and top 10 right now. Anybody in the chat, just start spamming it with players that would be top 5.
Okay, so I would have to say Karl Malone. I'm no with it.
Hold on.
Due to the fact that he's top 3 scoring of all time, I would have to say Karl Malone.
Who's your top 10 players today? Let's start there, so that way I can know who we're saying. Because I think everybody would have Jokic, Giannis, Embiid, Bron, Steph, KD. I don't think anybody from the
Kawhi.
90s is. Yeah, I mean, Kawhi is hurt. I'm a big Kawhi fan. Throw him in there. Let's say out of those 7, and let's say Harden. Let's say like the last 10 years, those 8 dudes have probably been the best players in the NBA, right?
Marz, yeah. Marz, this is Marz. The chat. I can't. Marz.
Go ahead, Junior. Go ahead, Junior.
I can't, Marz. I can't. I'm seeing Stockton. I'm seeing weird things in the chat. I'm seeing Grant Hill. I'm seeing disgusting things in the chat.
Hey, Grant Hill would be in there.
I don't know. He'd be on the back end of the top 10. He wouldn't be pushing top 10.
Hold on, I want to hear.
Are we saying that because of the career that he's had, or just based off of who he actually is? Because
I think if you give him good fortune of health, I mean, he could have developed into a top 5 player, but we can only go based on what we saw. And what we saw,
they said back then, they said he was the second coming to Michael Jordan.
And Grant Hill was like that. Grant Hill,
Shaq, he was great. I said,
Bro, you just trying to tickle my toes today? Like, what is going on?
That's not what they said. Listen, man, did I say that, or did people say that? You know that. You know that.
I mean, I like Grant Hill, but like if you plop Grant Hill,
did they not say that
now? Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't see him being close to Luka.
He could have developed into that, but like I'm thinking, Grant Hill's top 10 when he was in the. Show me who was the. All right, I guess. All right.
So I see we got to do a Grant Hill highlight breakdown too. I see we got to do that.
Yeah, I'm about to say like what about Grant Hill don't you like? What? No. What? First of all, Gary Payton is not on the same tier as Grant Hill.
I love Grant Hill's game, but you guys refuse to put Paul George in the top 10 right now, but Grant Hill's just plopped in there.
Grant Hill.
It's weird.
I think Grant Hill's better than Paul George.
It's weird. It's weird that you hate on Grant Hill like that. That's crazy.
I feel like if we looked at the numbers between Grant Hill and Paul George, I would want to see the huge discrepancy in stats. I'm talking 4 or 5.
We're not talking numbers. We're not talking numbers. We're talking basketball.
If we're talking basketball,
you don't think Grant Hill would be a problem the way that he was in the 90s?
I think he would be a problem. I think he would be a problem.
Do you think he'd be more of a problem than Paul George?
Cat's a problem, but
do you think he would be more of a problem than Paul George?
No, I don't. I don't.
Do you think it would go do you think he'd be more than a problem than Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about Jason? What about Jason Tatum? What about Jason Tatum? I'm just listing off names. I'm trying to gauge where you at. What about Jason Tatum?
I feel like Jason Tatum, Paul George, Grant Hill. I feel like that all falls into the same umbrella. Like I'm not mad at that. Whoever chooses one over the other. I'm not extremely, but like Jason Tatum, is he top 10? Is Paul George top 10? Is Jimmy Butler top 10? I said plop the people from Jordan's era into the league today. One by one.
Jason Tatum might have an argument of being top 10 right now.
I think he does. And I think we need to get into that because 27, 8, and 4 is nothing to slouch about. I was thinking about this after the last show where Deacon Dub was just dominating. 27, 8, and 4 is nothing to slouch about or even frown your face about. And also, he's averaging 33 since in the month of March, and his team is 11-1. He's dominating the league right now. Absolutely killing the league right now. I think Jason Tatum, yes, he's taking that next step into like letting people know, like, no, I might need to start being compared to some of these guys in that upper echelon.
Junior, ask your question.
I'm not mad at what Tatum's doing right now.
I like that Jason Tatum talk, but I got pulled up right now all the first team or the first team All NBA from the 90s, and I was just
gonna be honest.
pick a couple names. And and Shaq, I agree with you. It's looking real
suspect.
Yeah. But I mean, I was gonna give the group. I was gonna drop a couple names, and I was gonna allow the group to say, "Do you think they'd be a top 10 player in today's game?"
I can close my eyes, pick any year in the last 20 years, and we could put those top 15 players up against that team, up against any year that MJ was in the league, the entire roster. MJ's going to get busy. He's going to kill. That's what MJ does. I'm just letting you guys know the gap between him and the guys on the second and third team and the rest of the league was pretty damn far. That's all that I'm saying. And for you guys to sit here, and that's also a testament to why he's the greatest, because he capitalized on that.
You
can't be mad at that.
Say that, and you can't just say that and not quantify where MJ would be in today's era. Then, like, would he be the best player in the league?
No.
Okay. Would he be top 5?
In the 2000s? In the 2000s, yes. Because if Kobe was a top player, then MJ for sure could have also thrived. But I don't think Kobe playing how Kobe played would be a top player. He would not be the face of the league. Would he be?
Today?
Look at everybody that we respect. They're all 6'10" and over.
Kobe
is the top 5 guys. And then you got Steph. Ron,
who's your GOAT?
Who's your GOAT? You're saying Kobe and Jordan wouldn't be top players in today's in the 2020s.
Shout out my man.
I mean, they'll be top 10 for sure, but they'll be like 6, 7. That's all I'm saying.
Since we're talking about MJ, Shaq, Travis Lindsay.
It would be. You got guys in front of LeBron right now. He's having one of the best careers of his best stat-wise career of his life. So that's what you're basing it off of, isn't it? Because I know we're not going based off of heart. That doesn't work in today's league. I know we're not basing this off of.
Who do you have over MJ and Kobe in today's game?
It would be KD. It would be Bron. It would be Jokic and Giannis.
Over who?
Stop me.
Over who?
MJ and Kobe.
Am I saying something?
I think having this version of LeBron over MJ is terrible, but that's neither here nor there.
Is MJ coming in his prime? Then okay, then put MJ in front of him.
Well, we're not going to put Washington Wizards.
So why is Jokic and Embiid? Why is Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis over everybody? Then explain that goddamn question.
I don't have Embiid in the top.
What? But
you just anointed him there. I never.
You said what? So who's your top 5? Not talent-wise, based off of the year that they're having. I'm going based off of the year that they're having. I'm not going talent-wise.
So MVP
I'm going based off the optics.
So you're going based off MVP candidates, basically.
Everything 1,000%. That's what I'm basing it off.
So you got what?
MVP candidates.
So you got Devin Booker top 5.
No, I don't have. I mean, he should be right now based off the year he's having to be in first in the West. But no, based off of efficiency, no, I don't. So what is so crazy about this? I'm all ears. Why is MJ coming in right now and being the best?
All right, really quick. Travis Lindsay donated through the super chat, said, would MJ not be a super version of Ja Morant?
I don't see the correlation at all.
No.
So
they jump high.
Just donated through the super chat.
I want to hear what it just amazes me how everybody in the top of the league that you guys, who are you starting a team with? Guys in the league. Let's start. Anybody? Let's name the top 10 players that we're starting a team with. The top 10 pieces.
Giannis.
Luka.
Okay. Who?
Giannis, Luka, Jokic.
You're choosing Luka over who?
Well, if we're talking about starting a team, I'm taking a 22-year-old.
All right.
He's talking about to win today. To win right now.
I mean, they are a 5th seed. It's not crazy to take Luka.
I'm with you, Marz.
Are they winning the championship?
I mean, has a 5th seed ever won a championship?
I wouldn't know, but if we're talking about starting a team, if Luka's my best player, I'm not mad at Luka being my best player.
I mean, but you're not extremely happy when you look around the lunchroom either.
Well, I thought we were just going based on building a team going forward. That's why I said Luka. But Luka would be my top 6 or 7.
Of course. And so would MJ and Kobe. But MJ and Kobe would both be in the top 6 or 7 in the league.
I think MJ would be in the top 2.
Bet.
It's top 2.
So that's Marz, based off of what?
Based on what I've seen from Michael Jordan.
And what did you see for everybody else in that film, even the people in the crowd?
What do you want me to see?
A bit grainy much.
So because the camera quality wasn't up to standard,
I'm letting you know it's
Michael
evolution. Jordan. MJ's not going up against those guys. Plop them right here.
Who stops MJ today? Who's doing all of this? I want to know who stops MJ.
So Travis Lindsay gave us a little list donating through the super chat. I believe this goes back to that. List me the names of who could be top 10 in today. He said MJ, Hakeem, Timmy D, Karl Malone, and then he said in hot take, I believe Alonzo Mourning would be on the fringe of top 10.
That's a hot as fuck take.
I just
the first four isn't nasty because
he said Alonzo over David Robinson. That's crazy.
Why is Timmy in the 90s?
I like that D-boy sounds. Y'all downplay everyone else's era but Jordan's. It's amazing. It's really crazy.
Jordan's
but I just want to know who's
ridiculous.
I don't downplay
these players that we're talking about.
Who is the guard? Who is the guard in the last 10 years that was top 2 in the league? Marz, we'll start with you.
Steph.
That's a very good rebuttal.
Yeah, Steph.
MJ shot 20% from 3.
That's the only
one. That's not. That's the only
one. You said you'll give Hakeem.
Let me ask you this.
He's changed the league.
I got a question because
MJ 40%.
We're talking evolution and eras and everything like that. Shaq,
he brought up Steph. That was pretty sick. Marz, that was pretty sick, Marz. You know nobody plays like Steph. Like that was disgusting.
You asked me top 2 player in the league guards.
Yeah, but like, come on, like how you can so because I don't see the comparison between Steph and MJ at all. You just said that when they said Super Ja Morant. There's more of a correlation there than it is with Steph.
But you never said compare them to MJ. You said guards. You were making it seem like guards couldn't dominate the league, and that's why you're holding it against MJ. But
I don't think guards.
I've seen James Harden.
Steph didn't dominate the league by himself though. He had an amazing team.
Shaq, do you have a player that you think from this era that wouldn't be successful in the 90s?
Like if they went back, yeah. I don't throw everybody like. I look at a Dame like, maybe not. I look at Paul George like you might have been regular. But as far as like all the top guys, like, yeah, they're going back and dominating for sure. I don't know how much they dominate.
How can Paul George be regular and then Grant Hill was who he was? And you just said Paul George and Grant Hill is in the same category.
Wait. Yeah, exactly. I say go back and be Grant Hill.
So Grant Hill was regular.
You said dominate.
So
and
Grant
you say,
okay.
You said, oh, so now all of a sudden I say one line, you said dominate and you both crumble.
Did I say dominate?
You said PG would be regular. You said PG would be regular. Now compared him to Grant Hill.
You said what players would dominate back in the day, and I'm thinking,
did I say dominate? Are you sure about that? I'm not so sure I said that. I'm pretty sure I didn't.
What other word could you have used?
I'm not gonna put my foot in my mouth like that, but I don't think I said that, bro. We're gonna have to run this back. JD,
when I say
timestamp this joint real quick, bro. Yeah. We're gonna have to look at the tapes. But
when I say I don't think Grant Hill was regular, but I need to hear Grant Hill's stats now because the way you guys are going nuts right now, I need to hear Grant Hill's best year because maybe I'm missing something. I want the top 5 Grant Hill years.
Cam Cobain donated through the super chat and said, "Okay, would Super John Stockton be top 10? Are we just throwing names out at this point?"
No way.
Oh
Super John Stockton.
What is a Super John Stockton?
Here's what I'm gonna say in terms of John Stockton. You guys are gonna think I'm nasty. You're gonna hate me for this, but for a guy that's clearly head and shoulders, when we talk about Jordan being head and shoulders in the 90s, John Stockton was head and shoulders. I'm talking about assist of all time. Nobody's touching that assist record. So he's the best assist maker ever, and he's top 3 in steals. If I'm not mistaken, it's 1, but I know he's top 3. If he can do that in that era, I don't think it's so far-fetched to say he won't do that in the 2000s, the 2010s, and right now, and be what Chris Paul is.
He's worse.
I feel like Super John Stockton is a Trae Young with no without the finishing in the 3-point shot.
I think
that's
Chris
weird.
Paul. I think he does exactly what Chris Paul did in his.
I'm taking Isaiah Thomas over both of them.
Grant Hill.
Are you talking about what Isaiah Thomas are we talking about?
I'm talking about the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
The Hall of Famer, Detroit Pistons. I'm taking him. Okay. He should have 2 rings. It was a travesty.
Yeah, Grant Hill's best year was 26, 6 and 5.
3 rings, sorry.
By the way.
You said 26, 6 and 5, like Jason Tatum-ish?
I mean, in the 90s, but yeah.
So then, okay.
Don't say that, Marz. Don't say the 90s because we already know what Shaq thinks about that.
He's playing into my...
so that's like 12, 3 and 3 for Shaq, you know?
If we're talking about pace of the era, 26 points isn't the same then as it is
that's
now.
Fine. So
there's more points.
So of course, because they were averaging 90 back then and not 125.
So yeah, exactly. So 26 out of 90 is very different to 26 out of 120.
But Shaq don't consider that. So we're just going to be stuck in a loop here talking back and forth. Like
let's go on. Let's talk about current.
Hold up,
what's
JD,
going
right
on
quick.
currently.
Julian Zapata said, "Bro, John Stockton's a sister because of Malone and vice versa." So then, who are Chris Paul's assists from? Blake Griffin, David
DeAndre
West,
Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan, him throwing oops all day. It's called a pick and roll, bozo. When you're a point guard and you have good big men, you get assists. But that's what makes you a good point guard is feeding your big man.
Quick question though, and then we can move on. Quick question. So can I just get where everybody would have MJ in this era?
Top 2.
Top 5.
In this, like you talking about in this, like over the span of the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
He be top 3. He be just as good as.
You see that,
right? Yes, I do.
We got good as other niggas. Yeah.
Got a special
it's not better.
We got the star of the thumbnail in the chat.
And Shaq, MJ's 1, Hakeem's 2, and after that, David Robinson's somewhere in there, Charles Barkley's somewhere in there.
I said in this era.
In this era, they're somewhere in there, in that top 10, somewhere in there. I just know MJ's 1, Hakeem's 2, and I know what you said. Euro Timmy D, he should be in the 2000s, but he played in the 90s. But I'm not gonna say Timmy D. I'm gonna say Shaq. Because he played in the 90s, he's somewhere squandered in there too. And you can.
Dale, where would MJ be in this era?
You know where Dale's at. Come on.
I mean, him top in this era right now, like 2000s, yeah, but like right now, it's all right. Moving along.
All right, Travis Lindsay donated through the super chat. By the way, appreciate the bag, Ron. We are not the same. Duffel bag is fire. Shameless plug. PlayersChoiceMerch.com. You see, I'm rocking the We Are Not the Same beanie, casual sweatshirt.
Shout out my man Travis Lindsay, because I told you guys, if you guys do the certain things that I asked you to do, you might
right,
get some
no
merch.
way he predicted the the NCAA tourney up to this point to get.
He did it. Me and Travis had a whole different thing set, but I'm just letting you guys know you can get some merch if you participate in these competitions, such as the person who comments on all of Shaq's pictures the most and says and just does hashtag morons.
Marz, don't laugh at this, Marz. Marz, don't.
All
laugh
right,
at this.
come on, proceed.
Wait, Shaq, I forgot to ask. Did you pick someone for the beanie giveaway from the last show?
No, I actually didn't. I will though.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that live. At the end of the show, go through the comment and just pick somebody. See if they're here too. You want to do that? Just from that last episode.
I don't care. Yeah, that's fine.
Griff City donated through the super chat. Best basketball pod. The Wild takes are fire. Appreciate you, Griff City. Moving on, let's talk about max contracts. Kyrie Irving plans on re-signing with the Brooklyn Nets this summer. He said on his future with the Nets, "Once the summertime hits, I know we'll have some conversations, but there's no way I can leave my man 7 anywhere." Thoughts?
He said anywhere at the end?
Yes.
No, I'm being serious. That's fine.
Yeah, like he couldn't leave him at the airport. I
wouldn't mind Kyrie and KD teaming up. If KD wins 2 honest rings with Kyrie, like, I'm with that.
I want to acknowledge this because it's a super chat, but we're not going to divert. Mad Genius said it would be easier for Jordan to score more space. Is this smart for the Brooklyn Nets to re-sign Kyrie?
I think it depends on how the playoffs go. I think the playoffs will determine how Brooklyn sees Kyrie as an investment long term, because we got to see if he stays healthy, and you got to see if KD and Kyrie can actually win something, because right now they haven't got past the second round. So you got to just look at all of that.
They have no choice.
Yeah.
They have no choice. Kyrie got the gun to their head. They have no choice. They're not letting this man go. They can't. There's no choice here. There's nothing to think about. You have to bend to his will.
Also, too, when it comes to the NBA and getting the max and that, I think it's less about the question of how KD and Kyrie look, but who else would you rather have? You know what I mean? Because if not Kyrie, who else are they gonna pay to help? There's just, like you said, it just only makes sense for for Kyrie to get that max contract and just stay there with him. There ain't no other point guard that's better than Kyrie. There's no other point guard that's willing to make that move, unless somehow they could package for Dame. That's the only dude where it would make sense that they would hold out from not paying Kyrie, you know?
I want to touch on that point. You said Kyrie's the best point guard. Do you consider Steph Curry a point guard or a shooting guard?
Oh, no. I don't think he's the best point guard. Did I say that? I didn't mean to say that. I think
that was Kyrie's the craziest walk back of it. I'm just kidding.
No. I think Kyrie's. I mean, he's at the top of his position, like among Steph and Ja and Dame and all them. I just think if you're Brooklyn and you're looking at like from a business perspective, all right, you got probably 2 of the top 10 players in the league. If you decide to let one go, you would hope that you're getting in return a top 10 to 15 dude. I don't see anybody on the market that
and you have to hope that KD's cool with that.
Exactly. You got to just hope I just don't think that's smart business. Now if Nets know, you know, they got in their back pocket like, hey, Dame will come if we don't want Kyrie and he's cool with KD, totally different story. But other than that, they don't, you know, who else would they go grab? So
Lovro, stick around. I'm gonna get to your super chat after this. Is this a smart move for Kyrie?
Yes.
Yeah. Whenever you can get paid, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's an amazing move for him.
Do you think that Marz? I'm gonna start with you. Do you think that Kyrie, if he signs this 5-year supermax, do you think that he deserves it?
I always say you deserve whatever someone's willing to pay you. If someone's willing to pay you that much money, then that's how much you're worth, because that's just how markets and free markets and whatever work. It's about whatever someone's willing to pay, that's how much you cost. So I think he deserves it.
Does anyone not think he deserves it?
All right. With Marz.
Looking at just the top paid players this year, we got Steph at the top, $45 million, James Harden, $44 million, John Wall, $44 million, Westbrook, $44 million, KD, $42 million, Bron, $41, Giannis, Dame, and Kyrie. It's literally spelled Kyrie too. Kyrie. It's like just thinking that I'm gonna say Kyrie. Kawhi and Paul George, each $39 million. What makes this is an interesting question. I'm actually curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this, because I feel like we're gonna get some good answers. What makes a player worth a supermax?
Oh man, you gotta look at your ROI. I mean, I don't like looking at it like that, because I'm not trying to say a human should be looked at that, but that's just the truth of the matter.
You could look at ROI though, Junior, in terms of not necessarily always dollars, but where are we making it in the year? Are we in the second round? Are we?
Yeah, you're only getting a supermax off of stats. That is it. Stats is the #1 driver for everything in this league.
But no, which is fact. But they bring. So I mean, if you look at, you spend X amount of it on a dude, right? That dude is bringing, I mean, depending on what the team want to do, obviously, but that dude's bringing in ticket sales, jersey sales, and they're winning games. So, I mean, that's how I look at it. A dude like Steph, if you look at like the Warriors valuation year over year, what was he paid? 44 or whatever? That ain't shit to how much the Warriors are benefiting off Steph. So,
yeah, because his jersey sales cover that.
Yeah, like what? 44 ain't shit.
And even a guy like Jimmy Butler, for instance, when he went to Minnesota, like they didn't really win too much more like that, but he gave the fans hope. People started buying his jerseys, and it was a lot. It was buzz around the city and around the Timberwolves.
Shaq, do you firmly believe that just stats? Because didn't Michael Porter Jr. sign his supermax?
Yeah, based off of potential.
A crazy supermax.
So it's stats and
you have one-offs, but everything else is mainly what you did in the previous season.
And I think
we can find a one-off for everything.
I think last episode, I think it was last episode, because last episode was the first episode back that you had joined in like a week, right, Shaq? Because I'm gonna last episode.
Oh yeah, I missed that one episode. Yeah.
So this question, I think you kind of touched on this last episode. Should there be stipulations around max contracts for the teams and/or the players? And you said, if a player got hurt, they should be able to trade him, but they should be locked in for a certain number of years, and they can't ask to be moved.
Yeah, I feel like if you want to get traded, the contract is completely off of the table. So whatever year that you stay here, that's what the contract should be worth. If you're gonna stay here for 3 years, then you can stay here for 3 years. But if you want to get traded, you guys figure out a new contract. That's no longer on me.
But
and vice versa.
How would trades work in terms of matching salary then in that case?
I mean, it's a sticky situation. It should be much harder for a player to get out of a team than it is now.
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
It's nasty right now. It's super nasty. What rivalry do we have in the league?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lockout on deck, very soon. So they're going to fix that.
It's nasty, man. You can't just sign a contract. I'm gonna play here for 3 years and then 8 games in. Fuck that. I'm not playing. I'm out. Like, what? That's crazy. I don't care what anybody says, man. That's fucked up. And the thing is, too, people will be like, blame Bron, player and power. Bron done played out all his contracts. I'll tell you that. Bron done played out. KD went to KD done played out all his contracts too. You know what I mean?
Who are the biggest players with the biggest contracts that forced their way out?
Harden.
Like, is it Harden?
Kyrie.
Harden is the biggest, right?
Ben Simmons.
I don't know what Kyrie's contract looked like, but
and Bradley Beal's next. Shout out to
that's nasty. Don't put that on there, man.
Bro, Bradley Beal's for sure about to take the Supermax then dip.
Bradley Beal already took the Supermax, didn't he?
I think he has a super duper max coming up.
I think it's coming, but I don't think he agreed.
Okay.
He's deciding.
Lovro, I'm sorry, I have to just say your first name. Lovro donated 10 Croatian kuna. Is that how you pronounce it? Fire, by the way, tuning in from Croatia. He asked, is healthy Kawhi top 5 in the NBA?
Yes.
I think so.
Never.
He's top 6 at the Warriors. Depending on who you got, but he's in that combo.
I don't think he's in the combo. Really? Oh, if he's healthy?
Yeah.
Kyrie, are we going based off of
the last time you saw Kawhi and then put him in the
Kawhi, my bad. I was thinking Kyrie, my bad.
Oh,
yeah, I was about to get super nasty.
Ja.
So yes,
thanks for stopping me there. Kawhi not top 5. He'd be 6 or 7 though, probably.
Ja donated.
Kawhi's easily top 5. Easily.
Because Marz has him over LeBron.
I have him 5th. Like, I don't 5th or 4th. I wouldn't say
over
easily.
LeBron. But going into the season, none of you guys would have Kawhi top 5. But when you look back on it, of course,
I've had Kawhi top 5 for like 3-4 years.
I've had him top 3 for like 3-4 years.
Kawhi's him.
Ja donated 5 through the super chat. They have to pay Kyrie. KD don't know how to win with above average players. Oof.
That's just some hater stuff right there.
Chandler Scott through the super chat. Chandler Scott.
I don't detect no lies though, Marz. I'm just leaving it.
Chandler Scott said, "Tell Shaq I might have to text him personally to ask where he got this nastiness from."
Just DM me, bro.
I'll
tell you where it's rooted from.
Let's get into some more current news. Should the Clippers make it out of the play-in tournament and Paul George returns from injury, there's a chance that Kawhi Leonard could come back as well. Does that help?
Kawhi's team would never let him come back this season.
Yeah, they both got to chill, but they could make, man, who's in the play-in? The Lakers? If the Lakers in the play-in, anybody got a chance to make it out because they're trash. So I would say,
yeah. I think LeBron can win 2 in a row.
I do too, but they also suck. So I wouldn't be surprised if they lost,
Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised either because the way they're gonna get zapped by the Phoenix Suns, I don't know if I just want them to go out quickly or have to endure another series like that.
Hold on, who said that they're gonna that they have a chance to beat the Suns? Somebody said
that. Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal.
I never.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that.
I mean, look, they got Bron, so.
And hold on, they got somebody else who, if he comes back, yes. Well, if they put that super glue on him, he might be able to stay together. And who knows?
I hope.
He only got to do it for 7 games, but we've seen him do it before.
We have.
So that's all I'm saying. We've seen him do it before.
He's been playing shitty all season. If he comes back and turns into bubble glass man, I guess, but I just don't see it.
Bubble wrap man.
Yeah, you got to call him, bubble wrap. And 80's good. Like I like his game. I just don't like in and out all season, and then you're gonna play the best team in the league and just kill them. Like, come on, man.
That's where it gets a little reckless.
Bubble wrap
Davis.
Got it.
Bubble wrap Davis is fire. JM Simple through the super chat said, and he's a disciple, by the way. Shout out JM Simple. He said, Twitch lives matter. Thank you, JM Simple. Moving along, Draymond Green. If LeBron James is passing the all-time scoring record when we have a game, I'm going to LeBron's game. I feel like he was kind of trolling in this. I feel like he's not actually just going to ditch a game, but who knows?
I feel him, though. Fuck it.
I think he's being serious. 100%.
He should go.
I think he's made it clear he doesn't really care about regular season like that. As long as the team's competitive and they're gonna make the playoffs, he's not really bothered about the regular season. So I think he'll happily leave a game just to go watch that.
And he's gonna be right on the sideline, sitting right next to Bubble Wrap Man.
Bubble Wrap Man. Nah, I like AD though. Shout out AD. I like it. He's just been unfortunate injuries, but nah, Dre should go watch the game, man. That's history. Didn't Bron skip a game to watch D Wade's last game?
I mean, that's right? LeBron.
He might have though, and remember it was AD was or Melo was there and CP was there.
So like, passing Kareem.
I mean, Melo was out the league at that time.
He was. You're right. He
was. But I mean, yeah, man. That's history. That's history. So,
yeah, I wouldn't be mad. In the grand scheme of things, you know what I mean? Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And that's his guy too, right? Like that's like he's part of Clutch, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like that's just good, you know, keeping like maintaining the relationships and everything, you know, like
mob ties. Yeah. Go see your dog, go get one.
Speaking of Draymond Green, we have a term on the show, Junior. It's "we are not the same" because there's several "we are not the same" moments that have occurred on some of these panelists' lives. And I think I saw you playing dominoes with Draymond Green.
I did, man. I did.
Was he good?
Whooped his ass too. Whooped his ass.
Were you talking shit to him?
Yeah, I whooped his ass, man.
He's like, here, take that, donkey.
Yeah, 5. Here, boom. He was talking a lot of shit. He was talking a lot of shit. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, LeBron say anything.
Hey, were you?
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. We just kind of let that slide, I guess.
Yeah, let's keep letting it slide. Let's let it slide, Shaq. Let's move on. Hey, were you guys drinking?
Yeah, we was on the Lobos drinking, talking shit.
Heard Draymond's quite the drinker and a good time too.
Yo, pause, Ron. What?
Ron, are you drinking?
Yeah. What was in that cup?
What was in that coffee cup, man? He's drinking a hot toddy.
You're crazy.
Hey, shout out my man Scam Thanos Gaming in the chat. I want you guys to go follow Scam_Thanos TV on Instagram. He's a good time as well.
Shout out Bama from Gridiron.
Ron, if they go follow him, you gonna get him a beanie?
They gotta follow him. Everybody on here.
And they got to go spam Shaq's latest Instagram post.
Yeah.
LeBron James. LeBron James named the worst actor during the 42nd annual Golden Raspberry Awards for his performance in Space Jam 2.
I don't think the Raspberry Awards are real anything. I legitimately think that it's just
it's hilarious.
It's like ball sack.
Oh my God.
I think somebody just made that up and ran with it.
So funny though. Oh my God.
These NBA content IG pages are worse than us.
That's so funny that just slid in here. Karl Anthony Towns quote on KD's response. So KD on Karl Anthony Towns stating that he's the greatest shooting big man of all time. He said Dirk's the greatest. Well, they put it in these brackets, so I don't know if he actually said Dirk, but he said Dirk's the greatest big man shooter of all time, although I respect Cat. But for Cat to say that, come on.
Yeah, I agree. Saw that.
I mean, for him to say that, for him to agree with that, then he would also have to say that Cat's a better shooter than him.
Okay. He said that he doesn't consider himself a big.
Got you.
Yeah. It was like a whole segment. Like they were talking about that for 3 minutes or something. So I watched the whole thing. Yeah.
So what position does he play?
He didn't say, but he said he doesn't consider himself a big.
Yeah, he's kind of big, man. He's small forward.
KD's played 2-3 most of his career, and he played not most of his career. He played the 2 for his first 2 years with the Sonics, and then after that, he's been a 3. And obviously, with positionless basketball,
he could play the 4.
He's played the 4 and the 5. And I wanted to touch down on this earlier. KD was also a product of evolution and why he got to play the 4 and the 5. He's kind of fully Dirk opened the door. KD kicked down the door for dudes to be 7 foot and be able to play all over the floor. We got dudes who are 7 foot now who literally don't even touch the paint anymore. We got dudes who are 7 foot who used to be dominant in the post. Brook Lopez.
So do you think that KD can play the 5?
He plays the 5. KD started at the 5 multiple times this year.
Not in the traditional sense.
Bron has literally been starting at the 5 for the Lakers. Bron is the Lakers.
He could play the 5.
Is he a big or not?
No.
Marz.
I mean, I don't think KD's a big.
What position do you feel like he should be at? I'm just asking questions.
I think he should play the 4. I think that's his best position in today's game.
But Marz, check this out. If Bron is literally the biggest person in the Lakers starting lineup, and KD's literally the biggest person in the Nets starting lineup, wouldn't that technically make them centers?
I'm not calling LeBron. I'm not calling LeBron.
I think it's about fit too, because you can have KD at the 3 and say that's the best lineup, but it depends on the 4. Like who's the 4 and who's the 5. Now, if you want to put KD at the 4,
and he's probably the 4th tallest.
And if you have, here's the thing, and if you have KD at the 4, and then you're looking at who the 5 is and who the 3 is, I think you have more options with KD at the 4 to make it a more wholesome squad than KD at the 3. But I think you can put him anywhere, really.
So do they just need to wipe positions at this point?
I mean, eventually
we already have wiped him. Nobody cares.
Yeah, eventually. I don't think they ever actually do away with the terms and stuff, because it would just kind of be a detriment to the game and casual fans or people that they're trying to bring in the door, because then it just kind of it doesn't make too much sense. It's confusing, but I mean, it's like Shaq said, it's already been done away with. Anyway, moving on, we got Ty Lue versus Daryl Morey on James Harden. Ty Lue said, you take away their free throws, neither one of those guys would be top 10 in scoring, talking about Joel Embiid and James Harden. Daryl Morey said, say it with me again. Players are fouled because the other team cannot stop them.
That was a weak take out of Tyronn Lue, unnecessary, but he's been wilding in press conferences all year.
Also, if you're looking for a relationship, find that relationship that Daryl Morey and James Harden have.
Yeah, for sure. That's his dog. That's what's up.
I do kind of agree with Ty Lue though, because a lot of, especially with Embiid, what he's doing, he's not even playing basketball at some points. He's just throwing the ball up and praying for a foul, and it gets.
I mean, didn't they change the rules?
Well, they're not enforcing it properly. I watched the Brooklyn Nets game. I watched Embiid throw the ball backwards at the backboard and get free throws.
So should they just take away free throws and you just get the ball back every time?
No, I think getting fouled is part of the game.
No,
I think getting fouled
can't happen.
Getting fouled is a skill. Like James Harden and Embiid have skill when it comes to drawing contact. But then there's also a line where they're not even playing basketball. They're just trying to get to the free throw line. And that's where you have to do something about that.
Right. And when they implemented that rule, I said that. It's like, we're going to have to, and people were looking at me crazy in the chat when I said there's going to be referee fatigue. Like, they are going to enforce the rule to the maximum, that foul baiting. And then later down the line, 10 games later, 20 games later, 30 games later, they're going to slip back into what's, into the muscle memory of things. And I think Ty Lue said that because we saw the numbers that James Harden was putting up after that rule was implemented. His numbers dipped, and now the refs aren't as strict about the rule anymore. And
I'm trying to figure out what was the point of him saying that. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I mean,
because they had just got smacked by him. And I'm assuming the Clippers had just got smacked by the Sixers, and I'm assuming James Harden and Embiid were running up the free throws. Safe to assume that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Moving on, Will Barton is the Nuggets' second leading scorer this year at 14.5 points per game. That's the lowest scoring output of any second leading scorer in the NBA. Denver's the only team without multiple 15-point per game scores. My question to you is, what does that say about Jokic?
He's him. He's him for sure. What are the Nuggets? The 6th seed or the 5th seed?
Gotcha.
I think that's 6.
Are they 6 now? I know they've been 5th.
They are. Yeah, they're 6. They're 44-31, and Dallas is 45-29. So they're right there.
Okay.
5-6. Thing to say about the Nuggets? Don't care? Okay,
No.
moving on.
Yeah.
Danny Green on the Boston Celtics. I think that might be the sleeper team that comes out.
Ooh, you know
I
what?
don't like someone in the same conference saying that. That's weird.
Yeah, that's extremely weird.
Well, I
That's
think
true,
that he
though.
looks at the Sixers as like they're not a sleeper team. So he's saying sleeper teams that could come out. I don't.
But in order for them to get out, he has to lose to them,
Right, but he's saying.
which is why I don't like that at all.
I mean, maybe he's
That's
just
fair
saying is like
point.
we got to watch them. Like we can't afford to overlook those guys because if we don't come
I
prepared,
think that's probably the nature of the context around it.
If that's the
Hey.
case, then I'm not as mad at it.
I will say, man, there's a lot of talk right now that Devin Booker should be in the MVP convo, which he should. But I think Tatum should be just as much, maybe not just as much, I shouldn't say that, but I think Tatum should be in that MVP convo as well.
I think he
the way
slipped
that-
into the MVP, the Kia ladder.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
he
number
cracked
4 right now.
the top 5 last game.
He should,
After last
he
game,
he should be in that convo with the way Boston's been playing, the way they turn it around. Boston might end up a top 3 seed in the East. And the East has been a war all season, and Tatum has been big hooping. So I think I don't think he's favorite to win MVP or anything like that, but I do think he's definitely in that conversation.
So the Celtics are literally a half a game from the number 1 seed. The Philly has it right now. They just overtook Miami, and Boston is a half a game behind them. So is Milwaukee. The East is within that first seed.
Yeah.
It's a half a game difference, and so it's like if they finish first, why can't Tatum get love for that? Because keep in mind, Embiid was there, right?
Yeah.
Embiid's been there all year, but with 27, 8, and 4, and you're number 1 in the East, how do you not get a little more recognition? And the only thing about it is, Boston started off kind of slow, and then all of a sudden they just been creeping up, and now it's like voila, they're here. So people weren't really paying attention to Tatum, but now that they're here, it's kind of like you got to give the man his props for willing his team back into contention like this.
And he's killing dudes. It's loud buckets. I don't know. I think him and D-Book, again, I don't want to say it's equal in the MVP talk, but I think it's a lot closer than people think.
Go ahead, Ron.
I was just gonna say D-Book not getting the props he deserves is really nasty right now.
Yeah.
John Stockton says his relationship with Karl Malone is inseparable. In quotes, "There's nothing I wouldn't do for Karl Malone."
Shout out Julian Zapata. John Stockton's a good guy. We'll just leave it at that.
Bradley Beal on Russell Westbrook. In quotes, "The disrespect, that shit gotta stop, bro. Russ is going to play winning basketball."
Who put together the current news today?
Bradley Beal and Russ.
Just wondered.
All
Not
right,
a Russ fan.
we can move on. Let's get to Q&A. Let's talk about the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are 16-2 without Ja this year. Are the Grizzlies better without Ja Morant? I hate you, Ron.
It's not that they're better without Ja Morant. It's the fact that they have a legitimate chance to go to the finals. Like, I look at them as they have a biggest chance as anybody and to win the actual championship this year.
Yeah, I agree. But Ja got to get, Ja just got to be healthy. And that knee's looking like it might be a little bit more serious than they thought at first. But hopefully he's straight, because if they're serious, they're nice.
You don't think the youth and the inexperience is going to really, really show in the playoffs?
I feel like they're just really clicking. Like, sometimes you just get a group of guys that understand the mission. And I feel like if they just do what they don't have to do anything crazy. They just got to play the way they've been playing.
But that's what I'm saying. The inexperienced, right? Just play the way that you've been playing. That's easier said than done, especially with an inexperienced squad.
I mean, the way I look at it is if they line up perfectly, it depends on their first, second round matchups.
See how it looks right
I don't know. They can beat some teams in the West. Like they can beat Dallas.
As it stands right now, they would play Minnesota or Los Angeles Clippers in round
Those are
one.
two zaps right there.
Yeah, they're getting both of them out of there. But I'm looking. I feel like they can go. Have a deep playoff run. But I'm looking at the Suns, and I don't know. I don't know if I trust it all the way. I would like to see it. That'd be dope.
I trust the Suns. Sometimes I don't know. I feel like Memphis is kryptonite. Like that pressure of a young team coming out there with nothing to lose, going up against other teams that expect to get back. That's gonna be tough, man. You get down one game, now you kind of sweating. I just feel like Memphis had Ja Morant is really about that life.
But that's what I'm thinking about the Grizzlies. You get down one game, and now it's like, okay, we got to make a little bit of an adjustment. And it again, speaking to the inexperience, that can throw them off the pivot a lot easier than the Suns, who were that team last year. But they have a proven general and vet. You know what I mean? That's lead, that's captain of the ship. And Ayton and them boys, they didn't seen that. They know now, okay, this is what we got to do. These adjustments, like I'm not going to be flustered as much when, we're in the thick of it and all of a sudden things don't go our way. Like they will remember those mistakes and those little adjustments that they didn't make or did make that ended up not turning, pushing them over the edge. So I will trust the Suns in that situation more.
The fact that they can hoop without their main star on the court is just so much of an advantage than over everybody else.
They're not hooping without him. They're dominating without him.
They're killing dudes.
And the thing about it is, I've been looking at the Grizzlies all year. Like, I don't believe this. Like, when is this gonna stop? This is a false narrative.
They're locked in.
They're locked in. And every time they play a good team, I'm like, all right, Grizzlies are gonna get smacked up tonight. They go out and they perform. They beat the Suns. They beat the Warriors multiple times. Last night, they beat the Milwaukee Bucks 127-102 without Ja Morant.
Yes.
What's their schedule strength though? What's their schedule strength?
Everybody got to play everybody though.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But
just as much as any other Western Conference team does.
But it does matter. But it does matter how strong your schedule is at the in the second part of the season. Like look at, for example, the Lakers. Man, if the Lakers had an easier schedule, they would be better off right now. But they have the second toughest schedule in the league.
From this point going forward, if they had Anthony Davis, they'll be better off.
That's not his name.
Of course, that goes without saying. But I'm just asking, like, how tough is it for the Grizz to really like
the Grizz, bro? They play so unselfish. Like, of course, and so do the Suns. Like, that's the only matchup in the West, and of course, you can never write off the Warriors just because they have that reputation and that grid. They won championships. Draymond is a demon in the playoffs. Like, as far as getting everybody involved, Steph can light it up, Klay can light it up. But bro, they're gonna have a hard time stopping Ja Morant in the Grizzlies. But to your point, if they get down 2 games, it's probably a wrap. Or they fight back. That's what makes them so scary.
I have a question because I think it brings an interesting, it just made me think of this, I guess. How many teams in the NBA right now could you say are just as good or sometimes maybe perform better if you take out one superstar from their team or star, whatever? Because not every team has a superstar, but the Suns.
I think it's only one team. I think it's the Suns.
Grizzlies, though.
Maybe the Heat. Maybe, but I don't.
Like who?
It's only the Suns.
Who, like Bam or Jimmy?
If Ja's their best player, so you would have to say Jimmy. And it's still skeptical with the Heat. Other than that, it's just the Suns, because we've seen the Suns do it this year without Chris Paul and without Devin Booker for stints, and they sustained obviously a large gap in the standings.
Yeah, the Grizzlies are a really good team. They're gonna be fun to watch in the playoffs. Who wins in a 7-game series? This year's Houston Rockets or the 4 Warriors All-Stars playing 4-on-5?
Who was the team?
This year's Houston Rockets versus the 4 Warriors All-Stars from this year playing 4-on-5.
From this year?
Oh, sorry. are we talking like KD Warriors? Ron, you made this, so you're
I
nasty.
didn't put this question on there. Gotta ask the man to put the question on there.
Did it
yourself, Ron?
Hey, y'all, I gotta hop off now.
You got to bounce, bro.
Yeah.
Do you have time to give us your top 10 before you leave?
Oh shit, yeah. Let me do that. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
You're chilling.
Jump in the conversation. Top 10 all time or
All time
right now? All time. Jordan, Kareem, Bron, Magic, Kobe. That's 5. Tim, Shaq, Hakeem, Bird, and then that last spot, I go back and forth between KD and Steph.
Hey JR, who was second?
Jordan, Kareem, Bron.
Ron's the Kareem guy.
All right. Hey, you good in my books.
Yeah,
I don't care about the rest of the 8. You good in my books.
Jordan, Kareem,
That's a
Bron.
crazy ass book.
Magic, Kobe. Them the top 5, and then Shaq,
Wow,
Tim,
book.
Keem, Bird. And it depends. If I had to pick for that last spot between KD and Steph, I probably lean Steph, honestly, but we'll see. But yeah, my top 10.
No Super Bird.
Hey, Bird's nasty, dog. I'm not gonna sit here and lie on Larry Bird. Bird's nasty, man. 3 MVPs in a row. 3 MVPs in a row, man. That's nasty.
All right, Junior. Well, I appreciate you joining us, bro. We'll definitely have to get you back on again.
Yeah, man. Hey, thank you very much, man. Good conversation. Yeah, man. Whenever I'm able, man, I'm happy to hop on, man. Thank you very much.
All right, brother.
All right, y'all.
Thanks for tapping in.
All right, player. Appreciate you.
All right, bro.
See y'all.
All right, so who are you guys taking it to bro?
He needs to pause that, though.
I
He needs
liked
to pause that. He said whenever y'all hop on. I mean, come on, man. Stop. Chill. He said he's willing to hop on. He got to pause that.
Yo, can we get the
What is he
likes up,
talking about?
please?
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, YouTube. What are we doing here? We got 300 people chilling in the chat. Let's get these YouTube likes up, huh?
I'm not saying another word
What do
until
you
we
say
get to
now? What do you
200
say
likes.
now? What do
I'm
you
not
say
saying
now?
another word.
Are you gonna mute your mic?
I'm gonna mute you. How about that? How about we get into Players Court 1v1s? How about let's have one of those type of days?
Yeah, that sounds great to me. Dale's not here
How-
to completely scramble you up. So pause. And to crack your eggshell, put you in there, and so
I will murk Marz right now in a 1v1.
Why'd you
Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
It's set. Drawing you out.
Is this what we're
Mars.
doing? Are we doing Players Court bracket? We changing up the format a little bit? I like that. A little March Madness.
Players Court bracket.
A little March Madness for you. Who's
Shout
the
out
1
to
seed?
March Madness.
Who's got the most dubs up here? We got to go by record to seed them.
I mean, I've been here since day 1, so I think I have to be a 1 seed.
Got the 1 seed. And Marz is a 5 seed.
A 4. He just
Or a
got
4
here.
seed. Sorry.
I don't know. The way March handled the top left last episode, I think maybe he's vying for a number 1 seed, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Well, we need 30 more likes until we get to 200, and I think that's very doable.
I mean, I won the last, so I got to be number 1.
I haven't liked the video yet. I'll go ahead and do that.
Defending champ.
I'm
also the player who's been in the finals the most. So
Let's do
Euro Battle
Players
Rap
Court.
Ace said you're a 1 seed.
see, there you go.
That's
The
fair.
fans know. The people know.
I've had my fair share of wins too.
I like the video.
Yeah, okay. I would love to bring somebody in from the chat, though.
I think I have the highest win percentage.
If we do that, we
I'm
can't
looking
do
for
1v1s. Or someone would have a bye, actually.
I wouldn't
you're
want
St. Peter's.
I'm actually scared.
That's
of
that team
1v1s.
that's been going on a crazy run, isn't it?
Yeah.
Marz
Here to
is
the
not St.
1v1s?
Peter's.
I'm here for the 1v1s. Little March Madness action since, win in Rome.
Marz is much better than St. Peter's. Don't do that to my guy.
No, St. Peter's is tough. Like, don't sleep on St. Peter's.
They're about to win it all, right?
I got Duke. I think Coach K going out on top. But
That'd
I
be
mean,
fire, too.
For a number 15 seed to even make it anywhere near the Final Four, to even sniff out New Orleans, yo, that is like they won a championship to me. They might not win a national championship, but they need their props.
And they may not win nothing for the next 45 years.
Shit, the next 145 years.
JD, is there a waiting room?
Give me a second.
Euro, they're showing you love in the chat right now.
I know, man.
Euro winning the crown. Euro like
I love
LeBron
it,
in Players
bro.
Court. Euro
I love it. I didn't
bro.
know. I didn't know I had that much clout, man. I appreciate you guys, man, for real.
Damn, Shaq, they're saying you're Kentucky. That means you're finna lose to St. Peter's. Ouch.
All right. Chat, you need to be in Discord for this.
Why?
Under the player's choice.
Is there a waiting room?
Under the player's choice tab, there is now a voice channel. It's called waiting room.
Put the link in the chat and just let them come in.
Then everyone's going to come in.
Let them file
It's like,
in.
no. It's a waiting room.
No, there isn't.
Oh, that's why actually you could put a waiting room on there.
I mean, I could do that.
Watch how mad JD gets.
It's going to screw up the scenes. I can't do that.
This would be insane if you just let it just everybody just funnel
And it's
in.
easier
Who
for
wants to come in?
It's easier for me to send them a link through Discord. So if I see that they're actively sitting in that waiting room voice channel, then I can just instantly DM them the link.
That's fair.
And also, you should be in the Discord anyway. So what are you doing in the YouTube chat and you're not in the Discord? The Discord link is in the description. Make sure you go join up. That's where it goes down 24/7, man.
Yo, I am Drew said Shaq and Ron versus Euro and Dale 2-on-2. Oh, he's talking about actual basketball. Aside from that, we'll beat them easily, scrape them off the planet Earth. But in a 2v2 debate, though, I think that'd be nice. But since Dale's not here, we can always do me and Shaq versus Euro and Marz.
I feel like Marz and Dale would beat us, and it wouldn't be on my behalf. I can hold my own.
He called you a liability.
All right, then look, Jordan.
And you're a really good player.
Euro said he doesn't hoop right now, and I'm telling you, it's.
I haven't hooped in years.
Yeah.
I haven't even touched the ball in years. As a matter of fact, you know what? I was just shooting yesterday with my niece and nephew. It was ugly, bro. It was ugly. So I think I'm one of those player coaches that never plays. So, you know, if we can get a sub in there from me.
Hey,
Mr. Delroy James, this is
What?
fire.
Welcome
Oh,
back.
I thought.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Bing bong. I'm the one from Discord. Let's get it going.
It was really nasty in here, Dale.
I was listening.
Mr. Delroy James, this is heat.
Yo, Del, where's your camera at?
I can't have it on.
Yo, you better
That's
put
fine.
some clothes on.
What is going on? Wait, what?
Griff City donating through the super chat saying like up. I agree, Griff City.
I'm here for audio deal.
Yo, what is that?
sounded crazy.
Robo-Del?
He's in a sauna right now or something.
He's got to be.
He's transforming.
Yeah.
Dale. Now that he said
It's
that,
a lot of
I
nasty.
really miss.
It's a lot of nasty takes. I really miss the sauna vibe as well.
I miss our sauna days, Dale.
Yeah, those are the best
Pause.
days.
Those were
Yeah,
so
can we pause that?
elite. No, like me and Dale just go on the sauna and do player's choice.
That'd be a fire show.
seriously.
4 players stories.
Seriously though. Seriously, that's where it stemmed.
Hey, that wouldn't be bad though. You know how they do the one with who's the one where they do the ice bath?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart is the Old Spice joint.
Yeah, they get that off.
We could do a show in a sauna one day.
Nah, honestly, that's where it stems from. I hated that nobody said Denver Nuggets.
For what?
When y'all was talking about teams without no superstars.
Del, you're
That could get hurt.
nasty.
What?
Oh,
No, y'all said teams with a star
yeah.
missing.
Yeah.
Denver Nuggets.
No.
Jamal Murray
Yeah.
hasn't played.
Okay, I
He's
thought you were
right.
about to
Yeah.
try and say that if Jokic went down right now. Okay, I hear
No,
you. I hear you. I hear you.
Jamal Murray's not a superstar or a star.
No, he's for sure a star. Let's not do that, please.
Off of one season in the bubble. Who was that other guy from the Pacers? He's a star as well.
TJ Warren.
Yeah.
You're
He's a star also.
comparing Jamal Murray to TJ Warren. That's
I
good.
feel like Jamal Murray's very inconsistent, but you guys just hype him up because of that bubble year. I'm pretty sure Marz has the stats announced to back me on this.
All right, so what did he average last year before he got hurt?
I was talking to Marz. Marz, what do you think?
He's already.
I think
pressing the buttons.
I think if you're calling Jamal Murray a star, you got to call Drew Holiday a star, and I think that's it gets a
You
bit.
don't think? Wait, what is Jamal Murray's stats? Someone tell me.
I'll get them right now.
I know he's I think in the playoffs.
Jamal
he had-
Murray's a star, bro.
Last
Like,
year
he's a
was
star.
the first year he averaged above 20 points. He averaged 21.
Oh,
That's
Jamal
not star
Murray's a
stuff.
star. That's
You
not
can
star
walk that
stuff.
back. No.
Jamal Murray's not a star, bro.
I'm trying to think of who else are stars that's around there that we would never really call a star that puts up those type of numbers.
Tell me, please.
Trying to think.
I think you could consider Jamal Murray a
He's a
star. You
star.
could consider Jalen Brown a star.
Is Darius Garland, is he a
I don't
star?
think-
And he made the All-Star this year. He
you
is a
could-
star. Yes.
Darius Garland.
Jamal
you could
Murray's
consider a
never
star
been
for
a
sure.
star though. Jamal Murray hasn't
No,
been.
I'm not. So
Just a star player
So
on
using
their team.
all-star as a
You have to be an
player
all-star to be a star.
Star player
you
on
have
their
to
team.
be make the All-Star team.
Wait. Okay, let me ask you. You have to be an All-Star to be a star. Is CJ
At least
McCollum
make
a
it
star?
once.
I don't-
Yeah, let's
I
not
don't
say
think-
that
I don't think
because
Steven-
Andrew Wiggins is all-star.
No, to be considered a star.
I
That's what
don't
I'm saying.
think-
To even
I don't
have
think-
that badge.
I don't think
That's
every
bare
all-star.
No,
is, I don't
no,
think
I'm
every
not saying
all-star
I'm not
is a
saying that
star,
as
but
a
every star
as
is
like
an
something
all-star.
that you have to have. I'm just saying like the all-star vote doesn't matter, so I don't think we should
in the
hinge it on that.
context of the question that I asked, I was more so alluding to the fact of the star on their team. Every team has stars.
Oh, okay.
To their specific.
Dale, who
to
are
their
you
team.
taking? Anthony Davis or Hakeem?
Wait, no. Is CJ McCollum a star?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
You guys are gross.
Del, since you're here, go ahead.
Ask me the question, Shaq, please.
Hakeem or Anthony Davis?
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
Big Cheese
If
donated.
Anthony Davis never got injured and was just always healthy.
And on the Lakers, correct? That's
Yeah,
a
just
little
like in his
different, but
prime, just with
That's
LeBron.
tough. I love Hakeem, but I have to dabble that a little. That's a little more different context. So, I believe Anthony Davis is like that. But
Del,
go ahead, Jaden.
Gotcha.
I want to ask you this because you weren't here for the debate at the top of the show, but Big Cheese kind of brought it back, donating through the super chat. Said, "Got here late. Who in today's game is better than Shaq, Hakeem, Robinson, and MJ?" And he said, "Y'all tripping."
I think there's a couple guys better than David Robinson. The other guys, you have a debate.
Who's better than Shaq? No one
Hakeem,
in today's
Robinson, and MJ.
Like no big man, right? We're going position when we name the
Giannis
players.
can be argued with Shaq.
In terms of the
I don't
dominant
think
factor,
so.
but I'm just.
I
Is
mean,
it
yeah,
nine?
but-
Is it Orlando Shaq or prime Lakers Shaq? Because we were going
We're going.
90s.
I mean, to start a team in this era, is it this era or that era? I wouldn't be mad at somebody if they chose Giannis over. You guys would choose MJ over Shaq in this era, so why can't I choose Giannis?
I'm choosing Shaq. I'm never not choosing Shaq. I'm sorry.
You choosing Shaq over MJ?
I was here from the Discord for Players Court.
You're choosing Shaq over MJ, Euro?
No. So that's the one exception. Like you said, man, the exception confirms the rule, but that's my only one.
MJ and LeBron are my only exceptions for Shaq. I'll take Shaq over everyone else.
Jerry Buss took Kobe over Shaq and won 2 championships.
Really, really quick, Del, are you taking anyone over Hakeem in today's game?
Yes.
David
Easily.
Robinson?
Kevin Durant.
All right.
Yes. David Robinson should be on this list.
All right, we could do players court. How do we want to do this? Do we want to do it normal or we want to do the bracket style?
Normal.
All right, we'll do normal. All right, so let's go. I was on a time crunch. I'm just gonna pick an order here. Let's go. I feel like Euro hasn't been first in a while.
Let's go.
Go Euro.
Number 1 seed.
Let's go. Shaq, Del.
Why do I have to go second? I would like to go last.
Okay, let's go Del, Marz, Ron, Shaq. Euro, Del, Marz, Ron, Shaq, Del. And let's start with 1 through 7 here. Let's do. All right, let's do this question. Question number 3, or let me get my timer up. Boom. Question number 3, starting with you, Euro. Name a team Kobe Bryant would have thrived on besides the Lakers. 2000, and we're only using teams from 2000 to 2020. 10 seconds to think on that.
I don't need 10 seconds.
All right,
it's Kobe Bryant, man. You can literally plug him in anywhere. I feel like he would have been a formidable, opponent. But let me just go with the Sacramento Kings. They were a crazy lineup in the early 2000s. They were definitely the team to beat them, even though they never did. But well balanced between Bibby, even Jay Will. I don't know if that was early 2000s still, but Chris Webber and everybody else. That was
4 seconds. Dale.
I'm gonna go with San Antonio Spurs. Kobe grew up in the system. He's a system player. Him with Pop, another dominant coach like he had with Phil Jackson. They'll run the tables, and teaming him up with Tim Duncan at the time left to be what would have happened. I'm gonna go with the Spurs.
Marz.
I'm gonna go with the late 2000s Orlando Magic. We've seen what Kobe could do with a dominant big. So the second best thing of the 2000s would be Dwight. So you put him next to Dwight, who's actually healthy this time, and with a great offense full of shooters. I think that's where Kobe would thrive best and probably win a couple rings.
Ron.
I'm gonna go with the Detroit Pistons that went to back-to-back championships. They obviously had the team structure. They had the defense, Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace. If you put Kobe Bryant on that team as the clear-cut number one option, I think they're unstoppable. I don't see nobody beating them. They also beat that Lakers team. They beat the Spurs. I got them.
Shaq.
I'm gonna go with the Dallas Mavericks. After they won the championship against the Heat, I feel like Dirk and Kobe would have been a monster duo.
This is a tough one, chat. Who are you voting out? I need you to spam the chat with names. You have Marz, Shaq, Euro, Ron, or Dell. Who are you voting out? Who did you least like? Whose argument, I should say, you least like. Don't vote who you least like.
I liked all those answers.
I see Shaq out, Shaq, get Shaq out of here.
Oh,
Shaq. 1 euro. Shaq gone off the strength of going last. All good answers. That's messed up. Gonna vote him out because he's last.
Shaq, you should have went with.
It's no way I'm choosing the Sacramento Kings over the fucking Dallas Mavericks.
I like
Dirk,
the Kings.
it's no way that I'm choosing over Dirk. Over
Euro,
Dirk and Kobe. There's
no
way.
My fault.
You should be good now.
Yeah, no, I said I like everybody's answer, but I felt like I heard the question wrong, and so I kind of like stuck to like the early 2000s or whatever. So I was like, who else? Because that was the team that was like,
and I still lost because of what then? I'm not saying
no, but what I'm saying is
Euro.
like, no, I'm still taking it, even if I heard it like incorrectly. I'm still picking the Kings over that Dallas Mavericks team.
But why would Garb say, Shaq, you picked declining Kobe? Isn't it prime Kobe on any one of these teams? Or are we just bozos
Shaq,
and we have to
hold on a
choose the
second.
year?
Shaq, the fact that you got booted out, that was gross.
That is just
gross.
like
Euro,
utterly
I hated the
sickening.
Kings pick. I hated the Kings and the Pistons pick.
Hey, but Kobe would kill on the Kings and the Pistons. You know how unstoppable those teams would be?
Yeah, why don't you think Kobe would be killing on the Kings?
Kobe would be better on the Kings in the Pistons than any other teams that were named.
No, he's
Without a
killing
doubt.
them.
Like there are no disadvantages. There are no
Spurs,
disadvantages to him being on the
the
Kings.
Spurs.
And they were a top team in the West, and the West won. So like, I don't understand what you don't like about that.
Duncan.
No, the Spurs is
is
different.
gross.
The Spurs is different. We're gonna just leave them at it.
Yeah, I wanted the Spurs. I was mad when that got taken.
All right, let's move on.
Can we put up a
Shaq.
poll between me and Euro? I feel like I have a fighting chance.
No.
Hey,
We
Shaq,
don't.
Shaq, you really should have just went with the wild card and just said on the Cavs.
I feel like me and Euro were kind of close a little bit. And I feel like if it goes to a poll, people
Look
can
at the
kinda,
chat. It ain't close.
Shaq it.
Just because
I mean,
we're the
that's
only teams that are being
It's the
mentioned.
people in the
All right,
people in the
since-
crowd. Every
The
time
poll
I
is
see
the
two-
chat too,
every,
isn't it?
Every time I see two
Since-
names, I put them both in the chat.
Since, I mean, he does have a point. Since we did see 2 names, Shaq and Euro, we'll run a poll. That's fair.
All right,
That's
let's look at it.
democracy.
Wow.
That's democracy. I feel like that's fair because technically you can't count the
man.
chance. It's a good point.
I mean, I got a Dale cosign. I think I have a huge chance right now.
Shaq definitely has to
About
try
this
and
is
finesse
wild.
his way out of this, but
That's
I have
wild.
a feeling a zap is coming still.
He
So
contacted-
We
I
need
don't
to
understand
bar
how
we need to
Zap is
bar
coming.
Dell. We need to bar Dell from giving his opinion till the votes are in.
Now you're just being super nasty.
yeah.
Why?
I don't know how Kobe on the dirt on with that Dirk team
Jack,
top 10
I
offense
agree.
and defense, and you put
Wait,
and you
Jack.
put Kobe there, and all of a sudden they're
were
losing.
in Euro.
Jack,
The votes were in.
The Dallas Mavericks pick was
The
not the
Kings.
worst.
I mean, I'll take the L, but he didn't even understand the question. He admitted it, and I still
And it's
somehow
still
lost.
no. That's not what I said. I heard it incorrect. Not that I misunderstood it.
we
I
got-
just had less to work with, and so I chose the
I'm
Kings,
about to
and
retire
it's
from
still
Phoenix
better.
Coach.
And it's still better. Yeah.
I agree.
Off of that L.
if you are
Yeah, I'll
actively
take
at
that
your
L.
computer or on your phone and you can vote, make sure you vote. We got 60 votes in the chat. I'm gonna let it rock for 10 more seconds.
10 more minutes. The people need to come around. Can they take away votes and put them apply them? I don't understand, but I get it though. I get it, guys. I lost to the Kings.
All right. Shaq.
Players court is wonky. There's injustices every day.
Yeah. Shaq 1 through 7. 3 is gone.
Hold on, let me go look.
Oh man.
Now I'm about to get nasty.
I'm here for a player's choice knockout tournament one of these times though. That was a
I
fire
want
idea.
I want question number 6. Goodbye, Marz.
Euro. This is a non-basketball question. What is the best movie snack?
Okay. I'm gonna
See,
play
Marz,
to
I
the
think you
crowd,
do well.
and I'm gonna go with the classic popcorn.
Fire. All right. Dell.
I'm gonna go with nachos,
Wow.
man. I think you go to movies, you want some nachos and cheese, and you get after it.
Marz.
Well, we don't have much selection over here. So,
Beans.
I'm gonna go with whatever you bring from home, whether that's sweets, whatever you really want to bring, chocolate. Like if you want to go buy something, you're gonna be out of about £20 or dollars. So you just bring it from home, whatever you want.
Marz is a sneaky guy, Ron.
I'm gonna just go with a classic bag of chips. You know, you grab a bag of chips, whatever's your flavor, whatever's your stilo. You obviously gonna have your favorites. Grab them, go. You're gonna have a good movie.
All
I
right.
didn't hear
Shaq.
one snack throughout that whole entire time. Am I still in?
No, you're not. You out, and you're retired,
would've-
so you can't even say
would've-
anything.
I would have chose Twizzlers. Like, isn't that just like a good movie snack?
That's
It's the only
that's
thing that was named with
wax.
sugar on it.
I don't even know what they are.
it's like red vines. Y'all got red vines?
Yo, chat said pizza.
It's,
I don't
it's
have. We don't have
red
anything by-
licorice.
Oh,
It's red licorice.
Nachos,
We know
nachos
this,
is a
we know
snack.
this.
Popcorn is a snack, and chips are snacks.
Stop trying to get me out of here.
No, I feel like no, Marz. I feel like you kind of got the advantage because at least you're bringing the snack from the crib. Like I don't know what you're bringing. You just said snacks from home. I appreciate that, but then I got
Yeah.
named foods for the other 3.
Chips are
So I'm
food.
explaining.
Yo,
Or
Shaq. This is
Popcorn is food.
snacks. So what are you gonna bring a Game Boy Advance to the movie theater? Like you can't snack on that. What are you talking about?
No, a snack is like something with sugar on it. That's
So
what I
you
thought.
should've
that
said
we
sweet.
were
You
doing.
could, but if you in Europe, they put sugar on popcorn.
But also,
okay.
a snack.
And
snack
you can
is-
have, this, man, caramel popcorn, chocolate covered popcorn, all of that.
I've ne-
What are you
I've
talking
ne-
about?
And
I've
I was
seen-
I was gonna say kettle corn, but the chat would have crucified me.
Bro,
oh, kettle corn
peanuts
is
are a
popcorn.
snack. Like what?
I feel like they all could have been beat.
And also, Mars is crazy because the question was what snack, and then Mars is just like, yeah,
All
just
of 'em.
anything you bring from home,
All of
like
'em.
all of them.
We didn't have any selection.
Yeah.
It's popcorn
Like,
or bust. and popcorn
I'm
got
sneaking
taken.
in pancakes in a Tupperware. Like, what are you talking about?
Popcorn's an appetizer.
Popcorn
Yo,
got
that's
taken, and that's all we
fire.
have. So I don't know what else you want me to say.
Mars, honestly, that was a real good answer, and I love the context.
It was
there.
definitely a nice finesse, but he's coming close to getting zapped here. It's between Marz and Ron. I'm gonna let this play out for the next 10 seconds.
Oh no, you could cut it.
Letting it play out for the next 10 seconds.
Ron, what did you have?
I chose chips.
I don't think that's bad. I think that's solid.
All right, 10 seconds is up. Ron got the zzz.
Oh man, that's heat.
That is tough, Ron.
Euro, Dell, and Marz. Ron, 1 through 7. You can't pick 3 or 6.
Let's just do 1.
Euro, you have 3 seconds left on the shot clock and the ball at half court. Who do you want to get the ball to?
Steph Curry.
Panic buttons.
Steph Curry. I don't have to explain. We seen what this guy can do. Look at the All-Star game. Pulling from half court like it's nothing. Steph.
Dell.
Can you repeat the question? I really didn't hear you.
You have 3 seconds left on the shot clock and the ball at half court. Who do you want to get the ball to? Can you hear us?
Okay.
Is it 3 seconds left on the shot clock? Like, it's not the end of the game.
I've been running it.
Game time. If you look at the percentage from beyond, if you look at percentage from beyond,
Fire.
Dell's in. Dell's still in.
Would Dame Dollar easily.
I muted him and I can still hear him. That's crazy. Marz?
If I have the ball at half court with 3 seconds, the person I'm looking to find is Giannis running down the lane. Yeah, I think that's the most guaranteed 2 points you're going to get. It doesn't say I need a 3. It doesn't say the situation. It just says 3 seconds. And I think Giannis can get the ball from where the 3-point line and just run and take it within a second. So I think that's the most guaranteed points I can get.
All right, chat. Poll is up. Euro, Dell, and Marz. Who are you voting out? If you couldn't hear Dell, he said Dame.
If I lose to static, it's xenophobia.
I mean, your answer was pretty nasty.
Well,
Who's
Marz?
My answer
Giannis
was
is going to get close line at the
correct.
3-point line, and he might miss or make the free throws, and that's a scary situation to be in.
If I have the ball at half court and I have Giannis running down the lane,
Yeah, I'm just going to close
I'm
line.
taking. He's
It's gonna be a charge.
shooting 72% from the line. I'm calm with that.
Dell, you got a lot of feedback in the background. Shaq's agenda is to get Marz out as so long as he's
It's
remaining in this game.
really not. I actually preferred Marz answers last round. There's another guy that I'm interested in. Pause.
You. It's looking like Marz.
I lost to static. That's crazy.
Welcome to Players Court.
Euro and Dell. We're down to the final round topics 1 through 3, Marz.
Wait, what numbers?
1, 2, or 3.
Oh, 2.
Euro, name the greatest sports movie ever and why.
Oh, panic button.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. Remember the Titans. One of the OG actors in Denzel. He absolutely killed it. I think it was also a great, secondary message outside of just, the football, but, race relations in America and a little bit of history and everything like that in it. Plus, it's a Disney movie, that touched a lot of people, reached a lot of people, I should say.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah, that was crazy.
Reached a lot of people.
Dell.
I loved your answer though.
Yeah, that was tough.
I'm gonna go with the Eye of the Tiger and go with Rocky. Instant classic. Have more than one boxing. Know what Rocky means to the world. Has his own statue from a movie in Philly, which I see because I'm close to it. I'm gonna go with Rocky.
All right, chat. Poll is up. I have a question for you guys. On final round topics, if the last 2 people haven't used their panic button, should they just automatically get it, or we have to make them use it? Because it's like your timeouts. You don't use it, you lose it.
You shouldn't be allowed a panic button in the final round.
Ooh.
Wow.
I like
What
extending
should the shot clock be longer then?
I think so.
Okay, 30 seconds. I'm with that.
Okay.
6-second increase.
Yeah, I'm like it's the championship. I want to see you guys duke it out.
Here for
Yeah,
it.
I'm not gonna lie. Rocky's a tough.
That's a tough beat.
one
It's
to
a
try
tough
to
beat.
overthrow.
It's a tough beat. He said, "What'd you
Marz,
say, Euro? Friday night."
Marz, is Rocky big in the UK?
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
You thought you had some, Euro?
No. I was just wondering because that is a super, super American story, And I was just wondering.
So is McDonald's.
Because it's not. Huh?
But so is McDonald's.
I don't know what you're saying, but
just McDonald's
I was just, thinking. I was just thinking, like, just weighing like how much impact, global impact, Rocky has, just from my, just to see.
What'd you pick though? Euro, did you pick Friday
Remember
Night?
the Titans?
Oh, Remember the Titans. That's a banger too. I'm trying to
pretty
think what
close,
could
right?
beat those two. Man, like
Harry
with
Potter.
Rocky's
our crowd,
trash to me. I will say this:
if you wanted to play towards our audience, you could have definitely gone with like a Hoosiers, Coach Carter, Glory
Harry Potter.
Road. Harry Potter.
the thing is, I feel like it's a little bit nasty for Dell to say Rocky and then mention the franchise. Like, you know what I mean? If we're talking about movie, because that was the actual question, he should have said Rocky 1, 2, 3 or whatever, or any of the creeds. I would have even, accepted that. But he just said, you see how many movies they made? Like, though they didn't make no Remember the Titans 2. So, like, how am I going to go 1 against 19?
I'm down for overtime. I'm down for overtime due to stipulations. I'm down for overtime.
Yo, then we have
feel like
to
the
have done
vote
that
is
for
close.
Marz. We had to have done that for
The
Marz's
vote is
movie
close.
No, I don't listen. Listen. I don't have listen. I don't have time. That's one. He always have this disclaimer after.
It always
His
comes
disclaimer,
after for sure.
man. Last time it was, but Dell got to choose first. All right, here we go. Now, if you watched our show, Rocky been picked as best sport on the J Awards. It has been around.
Yeah.
JD,
You don't know he's kind of nasty.
is going Rocky or something else we talked about. So this question was like, and you want to remember the time? It was cool, but Rocky is Rocky. I just said when I said Rocky, it probably rung a bell. I could have just said Rocky and stop.
You should have.
We should probably come up with
The
some
Olympic
way of
ringish.
like when someone gives an answer that they need to like specify more or something. So for example, because Marz's pick, right? He didn't specify a snack. So like, do we call that out or we just let it rock? And like, we have to believe that the viewers
EJ said Dale's mic won't last another round. Euro knows what he's doing.
Fire.
Oh man,
I learned from the best, Shaq.
Zaps out. Oh my God, that's
I was
fire.
with you. I voted OT. Is Dale out?
So who
gone.
won? Della's gone. Well, so what happened now?
Dell
See,
won.
man, he running. That's crazy.
He
bro.
won though. He won.
Yeah, I was trying to.
But
I was trying to get you that.
Since he wasn't here to accept his award, Euro, I guess you just get that asterisk.
Nah, I don't want the toilet bowl thing. I don't want that.
You don't want the 42nd annual Raspberry Award?
No, I don't.
That was nasty out of the Raspberry Award. If that's really a thing,
No way it's really.
then why is that one of your categories? Who's the worst actor?
It's no way LeBron James was a bad actor in that movie. That's why that's also a weird take.
I hated that movie.
Yeah.
You hate it because you guys are haters.
No, it
What
was
do you
just
want me to
product.
say?
It was just product placement
Wait.
everywhere. It's just
Yes, it was. And I
It was
thought
a
for
better
that, it was
story, right?
excellent. I thought, like, to me, when I saw that movie, all I saw was LeBron talking shit. Like, all he did, I forget exactly what it was, but he was just constantly like, all the little jabs that haters have, like the Skip Baylesses of the world and everything like that, he addressed everything, like with little like punchline jokes and stuff like that in that movie. So I thought it was hilarious. And just for that, just because he can do it and can do it at that level, I think that's like one of the biggest flexes ever.
I'm right there with you. I will
Wait till
give you
Space
that.
Jam 3 with Zach LaVine.
Fire. We could do some viewer submitted questions. Should we do that? Just over here
JD
trying to find shit.
Skimming through the dossier.
What can we do?
Ron has to go in 6 minutes, right, Ron?
Love it. But we could do a couple questions.
Let's
I
see.
really liked that draft. We can do a speed draft, 10-second answers.
Oh, now that I'm looking at this, Dame brought this to my attention yesterday because apparently Marz, he's a very nasty Discord guy that's also been brought to my attention. Very nasty Discord guy. Apparently he was getting called out about his Klay Thompson take, naming he's saying 20 to 25 guaranteed in front of Klay Thompson. They were telling me 30. He said that there are 30 better players than Klay Thompson. So what is it, Marz?
Of all time?
No, in the NBA today, I said there's 20 to 25 guys who I'd easily take over Klay. And apparently that was crazy.
Can we hear the
That's
list?
nuts. I mean, as far as talent, yeah, but as far as pieces to the team, no, you're not. You're not taking 25 players.
I said and
you're a winning guy. You're all about winning. So
I said in terms of first options, they're all better than Klay.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I didn't think it was that crazy.
But hold on, no. As first options, who's all like?
We never seen Klay as a first option, so it's nasty.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
No, check this out though. The other night, Steph wasn't playing, so Klay was the number one option, and he scored 37. They lost, but the Magic has been losing all year. And who's been scoring 37 for them? The Rockets.
I don't know.
But I'm not saying
we don't need Klay to be the first option to score 37.
Anecdotal evidence.
Start cooking, Ron.
But I'm not trying to argue Franz Wagner's better than Klay. I'm not doing that. He's better than everyone on the Magic. But as a first option or as a most impactful player on the team, I've got 20 to 25 guys above Klay.
I would love to hear him.
Well, I have to open up
next episode. And see we can go to next episode. That can be a topic. Also, Euro, I got a fire draft next episode.
Okay. What?
We're gonna draft team seasons.
Oh, I like that.
And you can put any context around it and why you want to draft that team, not just based off of the ring. They didn't have to. They could have.
It could be the roster composition,
overachieving teams, like the Weekly Warriors.
Exciting teams. Yeah, it could be any team.
So basically, whoever can paint the best narrative is going to win the draft.
Right. Yeah.
That draft will last forever because you have to explain everything.
You better bring your
paintbrush. Well, not for all of them.
And then people are gonna like rebuttal your context. So then you're gonna have to rebend it, and that should be interesting.
I would love a Euro and Marz one of these days. Like put one of them in the meeting room. So they can't hear the other one's answers, and we just read off the draft, and they give the answers like Family Feud. Then you bring them back in and see who has the best answers.
Bro, that's a fire segment. Oh, that is a fire segment.
Because the draft it would be like, this was the draft. Best drink. Name a red flag written inside a dating site bio. I feel like Steve Harvey. Name a famous person you wouldn't want to hang out with. best brand rivalry. Fictional movie TV show with the best fan base. And then you're just reeling off answers. The first one that comes to your head, you're on a time limit.
That is so fire.
And we can do it with NBA stuff too, instead of just sitting there and having all the time in the world.
I like that.
I can't wait to hear best brand rivalry and name a red flag written inside a dating site bio. I'm here for those answers.
I've got a couple.
When they put their height in their dating bio.
I think the worst one is no toxicity. I feel like that's just like crazy to put in your bio.
Just welcoming.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you. I know you.
Yeah. Fast money round, EJ. That's dope. We could try to do that next episode.
That's so fire. Who would want to see the Players' Choice panel on Family Feud? We need to make that happen, chat. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to rock the world in some shape or form to get Steve Harvey's attention in whatever network that is that it airs on, where you get the network's attention.
Players' Choice versus your favorite podcast.
Bring us on. That would be so fun.
We can go up against Keep It a Buck or Pick a Side.
It'd be dope.
Family Feud style. You can host it, JD.
Host it?
Fire.
I want to be on the real Family Feud. But yes, we could for sure do our own spinoff. That would be super dope. That'd be.
We can pack all of them up.
A blast. How do I put the noties on YouTube for you guys? There is a bell. It depends on what you're on. I don't know about the phone, so give me a second with the phone. But on desktop, if you look next to the subscribe button, you're probably already subscribed. If you're not, make sure you hit it. But next to it, there's a bell icon.
Okay, we get it. You have to leave. Putting your charger in the camera, like we get it. Okay,
Ron. Being so dramatic, Ron.
I actually just plugged my charger in.
What? What then? What? What Shaq, you want to do?
Because I've been waiting to tear your ass up in a one-on-one. Pause. I know. Pause. God damn.
Bro, I will have you seeing Tweety birds. You do not want this smoke.
Come on.
The way I would spin you.
Hey, if you go have me see Tweety birds, hey, chat. You know the one where in the Looney Tunes where dude Elmer Fudd used to get hit and his joint used to, his lump used to just go to the roof. Yeah, I have you with a few of those. Have you lumped up?
What you want to do? Because you got some nastiness with MJ and LeBron, but we've beaten a dead horse at this point. But
that's a fact. Because I don't know,
and you're the dead horse, Ron.
I was just in Greece and we just talked about this overstate. And you said MJ really better than Bron. No, I didn't. I didn't say that, Ron. You was thinking that. You was thinking that. No, I wasn't. You was thinking it, bro.
Yo, Ron,
what? Ron, don't you have somewhere to be?
Yes.
Just trying to zap you from the call.
Don't have my auntie and uncle waiting on you.
Okay, they can wait.
Be going.
They're watching right now. You guys need to be in the chat too.
Bring your daddy on the show.
He had some amazing takes this morning about Larry Bird, and he kind of floored me.
What did he say?
He was actually sounding like a minion. I would not repeat that. I would not repeat what he said.
What did he say?
He was saying KD would murk Larry Bird, and it wouldn't even be close.
Who?
My dad.
Say KD would murder Larry Bird?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll get. We can't do the air thing because I don't even like to think about it. It makes my head hurt.
I was like, Dad, when we drop our Players' Choice merch, where we have everybody's legions on there, the Marz Martian shirts, the Hezzy's henchmen. I'm like, I'm a
Euro steppers.
It's Euro steppers now.
It's Euros what?
Euro steppers.
That's tough.
Marz is gonna outsell everybody on season 3 of the merch. I see it now.
Why? Because he has a whole nation behind him.
You know what I feel like we should do? Here's what I'd like to do with the merch. I would like for each of us to design like a piece of clothes, like like a t-shirt or whatever, and then we'll see who's.
Hey, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
My artistic skills.
I can't draw.
No, but listen, I can do graphic design and stuff a little bit. So let me know what you want.
I'm not leaving it in your hands. You're nasty.
Then you can
sabotage my people.
You're nasty.
What you mean, bro? That's what Shaq be doing all day, every day. That's the playaway choice, isn't that? I mean, playaway choice. Player's choice way.
It is.
Hey, Shaq, what was the old boy calling us? He called us Players Club.
Oh yeah,
Who chill?
Yeah.
Honest mistake.
Hey,
it was.
That's not ridiculous.
Yo, that sound is going crazy.
Seriously.
You guys pushed that clip to over 6 million views. Like what? I can't even fathom that. And Deacon does.
And if you haven't bought any merch, I just actually got my merch. It's fire too.
It's so fire. And it's so comfortable.
My wife tried it on.
I wear it every day, and my fiance goes after probably a month or so of just wearing it straight every day. She's like, "Are you ever gonna wash that sweatshirt?" And I was like, "Stop talking to me like that."
Do you guys wash your sweatshirts? Like, do you guys wash your clothes like once you wear once you just wash it?
Sweatshirts, not as much as anytime I wear a shirt, it's that day that's going in the laundry. Socks, laundry, underwear, laundry. Pants. It depends. I don't wash those like after every use. Shorts depends if I'm just lounging or if I'm out. Sweatshirts, I don't wash them. Wash them after.
How many showers do you guys take a day?
Yo, Shaq.
Bro, how many showers do I take a week is a better question.
I'm being honest because everybody was
because you're a pro athlete. You probably got to take 2 a day. Because do y'all go 2 a days?
No, we just go 1.
Yeah, Shaq, I know why you're asking this question.
I don't.
Oh, no, I wasn't. That's not why I'm asking it. Because Quincy AC says that he showers 4 times a day.
Man. 4?
Yeah, and me and Ron were floored, but we went to arguing with him.
Yeah, it was. shout out my man.
No, I have to have that argument with him.
He said 4.
No way you shower. Quincy said 3 to 5 times. So he was saying it's possibly 5 times.
He was
is he just sweating all day? Like, what is he doing?
I mean, he said he wakes up, and immediately he wakes up, he takes a shower.
I'm with that.
And then Ryan, it kind of got murky after that. He said 3 to 4.
After practice.
He said
after
Is it like
practice.
is it like temperature control? Like, in order for his like
He
circulation
said
to get
before
going.
he gets into bed, and then at night.
Hold on, before he gets in the bed and at night.
At night,
Yeah.
and then before he gets in the bed. Yeah, I get it.
Anytime he's about to get in the bed, he takes a shower. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm floored.
Yo,
That's a lot of
I'm
towels. That's
Like,
a lot of towels.
Shaq, do
But
you
he looks like he does.
do you take a shower after workout? Like after
Just looking
pregame,
nice and clean.
before a game?
Yeah. So like, if on game days, I'd probably take 2 showers.
Yeah, that's
On
reasonable.
every other day, it's just after practice, unless I do something wild.
No. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about, how some guys that even after the
Oh.
practice, I'm talking about you are like the game is happening basically. Like everybody's there, like the jerseys are out and everything like that. But
And then you go hop in
right
the
before
shower
you
before
walk
warm
out,
up.
you hop in the shower. Yeah. Like
Dell
before
does
the
that.
final layup line.
Yeah, Dell does that.
Yeah, Dell does that every single game.
I tried that once. Worst decision of my life, man.
I've done that a couple times, but I've only done it when it's like when the arena is extremely cold or if I'm just in a cold place. That's the only times I've done
Yeah.
that before.
My socks get slippery.
Bro, that's the worst. The slippery socks is the most annoying. Like, you see when people slip out of their shoes, you know they got some sweaty feet.
Well, you
I've
don't
never
have those
seen anybody
special
slip up.
Slides
insoles?
out. You talking to Shaq?
Yeah.
I do.
Like, how do you slide
do.
out?
Well, you see
I don't
like how
slide out of my
Kevin
shoes.
Durant's foot just came out of his shoe and it looked like the things
Yeah.
were tight as hell. Like,
I tie my shoes so crazily tight. It's weird how tight I tie my shoes.
I don't because
Me
my
too.
feet get numbed up if it's too tight.
Got you. Well, I'm playing
Do
in
you
the
tape?
Jordan 8s and they're super comfy.
Hey, you haven't been
I've
playing
actually
in
been
those,
playing in
though.
the Paul Georges.
Yeah, I was about to say, love the Paul Georges. I know you said that last episode. I absolutely lose it off the.
They're a comfy shoe, the Paul Georges.
Hey, but I think shoes get underrated in your ability to hoop. Like I think if you're especially
Like how important they are.
yeah, but psychologically too. Like Shaq, think about it.
It's
When
a
you're
lot.
not,
It's a
when you-
lot going on.
When you're not in your PGs or your 8s, you feel like you're like not
You
there.
trash. Your attributes
you're,
go down.
You're like, yo, I'm not even.
And then if you have a good game, you're like, okay, I'm badged up. Like Dorsey, if he has a bad game, Tyler Dorsey on the team, he'd be like, I'm not wearing these for a couple weeks.
Yo, I feel
And he just switches shoes.
I feel that. But also,
But that's more superstition because he chose
Yeah.
those because that's the shoe to fit his style of play.
you also, well, for me, I would get so comfortable in a shoe if I wore a different shoe. It just, you feel, you don't, because it forms to your feet, and so you know
Yeah.
that feeling. So if it just feels
Yeah.
slightly off, then it's just a whole
New shoes,
mental
though, they
game
hurt.
of like,
I hate playing in
new
new
shoes.
shoes, bro. I
New shoes,
will
they tear
literally
you.
wear a pair of shoes into the ground. People would be looking at me, and that's why, like, when I go to random runs, sometimes people would be looking at me like, "Who's this guy with these crusty ass shoes?" And I come out and start buckling them. They'll be like, "All right, I see what this is." But
What shoes you wearing right now?
the
right
crusty
now, I actually
threes.
just, you know what's crazy is I actually just got some new shoes, and you guys had never guessed who they are. Ever.
Tyrese.
Giannis.
No, try again. I'll
I
put the
said
throwback.
Kareems.
Hey,
The Kareems.
The Kareems? Yo, what? Converse?
the Kareem Chuck threes. Nah. Who's the player I was caping for the most in the beginning of the year?
Westbrook.
Yes. And I walk into the Foot Locker because it's a random Foot Locker, and I'm like, I need some shoes because I'm about to go hoop an hour.
Started
Only
geeking.
thing I can choose from is some off-brand Under Armours and some Westbrooks. I'm like, it's only right. It's only
You
right.
know who has dope shoes?
Right.
Klay Thompson's brand.
And
like
That-
him?
the China brand that signed him.
Lee.
Anda or
Lee.
Lee Nang.
no,
it's
he's
called
with
like
no, he's-
Anta.
Yeah, Anta. They have a fire. I love their brand.
Klay Thompson shoes. Let's see these. Oh, those blue ones are fire.
Hey,
Okay.
did you guys heard about Caleb Love last game? Plays for UNC. Came out the first half, had I think 2 points.
Yeah.
He was
Switch to
wearing,
Jordans.
Yeah, he was wearing I think the Space Jam 11s or the
Yeah.
black and white 11s. Switched at halftime to the Carolina Blue 11s, and they were so icy with the uniform, by the way. Switched at halftime to those, and it scores 28 in the second half. And
Yeah.
basically willed them
Tough.
to a win.
Those Bay
That's
Area
tough.
Klay Thompson shoes are $180. Inflation is crazy.
You talking about the Klay Thompson shoes?
They really think he's top 25, don't they?
I mean,
I like the Kyrie. I
All
like
shoes are
Kyrie's
100.
shoes. I like Kyrie's shoes actually.
Kyrie's all right.
What's
I'm
the
just
worst
clueless
shoe
to
you
this
ever hooped in?
conversation.
LeBron's before they lowered the weight on them.
Yo, Barclays are bad shoes to hoop in, and it's just a specific one. They have like plastic. The shoes, you know, where you got to put the lace through the plastic on the side. Each thing has like a little plastic that you got to put the laces through. You cross them, you got to put it into
Yeah,
more
they have the air bubble all the way to the front.
And I don't. It's just like plastic that you kind of got to put it through, and if you try to tighten it, it's almost impossible to do because it gets caught on the plastic at every single station. It's hard to explain, but that was the worst experience I've ever had in my life, and it was that shoot around.
Really quick, because someone said was talking about LaMelo's shoes in here. Have you guys seen him and his dad LeVar's AT&T commercial?
That's a fire commercial.
It's so fire. It is so funny.
Hilarious.
And we're close to 200 likes, as EJ pointed out in the chat. We're just 4 away, 3 away because I haven't liked it yet. So I think all of us will like it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would
So
you not
Ron,
like to
we know you
practice
have
what
to go.
preach?
You
Do
said what?
Would you not like to practice what you preach? Do you need to
What
go
do
to and like it? How you telling everybody else to like it? Do you need a session with Deacon Dub?
Yeah, I actually do. Oh, that it's Pika campaign that we did on TikTok. That turned out to be a bust. That's weird. That was a real weird ending. But I'm not going to badmouth anybody.
Let it run its course.
It's weird. Okay, all right, you're right.
Let it run its course. You never know.
I'm nasty with everybody else, but when it comes down to it's Pika, everybody want to bite their tongue. I don't, quite frankly.
No, just in this specific context, like let it run its course. You give it a day or two, and then you can get nasty. That's fine. I don't care who you get nasty.
I mean,
with.
she stitched us and commented, but never followed or replied to Marz's comment.
That was forced by Dub, by the way, but is what it is.
And I'll tell you why she didn't respond to the comment after this.
She's a hater.
It's not that.
Yeah, it's that.
I don't understand what's wrong with coming on Player's Choice. Like this is like what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't think anything's wrong with Player's Choice. There was actually a lot of positive comments in that video too. Actually, I was surprised.
Do you guys see what we did for Jason Williams' career? Whether good, bad, or indifferent doesn't matter.
You're nasty.
We moved the goalpost.
We did just put him in that limelight though, kind of, like not that he's not.
And also Haley was going to come on this show today, but it's weird timing because she wants to be prepared, but Ron's like last minute with the doc, which I don't think you were this episode, Ron, but I couldn't get it to her in time.
Haley lives in Portland, right?
Yeah.
I happen to be in Portland right now. I was at the Blazers game last night, late until the wee hours.
You should have invited her.
Well, next game, I got her.
Fire.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else, gentlemen?
Shout out Kevin Porter Jr. Shout out CJ LB.
You guys good? Final words?
No.
Shout out
love is
Deacon
love.
Dub. Shout out Deacon Dub doing the Lord's work today.
See you guys Wednesday or Thursday.
I sleep so much better now since that last episode, knowing that Deacon Dub is really praying for us.
That was actually when he said that, I was like, that's fire.
I told my wife that. I said he's praying for our mental health. Shout out Dub.
Good guy. All right, y'all. We'll appreciate y'all tapping in live. Shout out to everybody listening on Apple and Spotify, man. We appreciate all of you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and we'll catch you next.
Thanks for all the donos.
Go. Yeah, thank you for all the super chats, man. You guys are supporting us like crazy. We're gonna go to the top, and you guys are coming with. You guys are part of this thing.
When are we ever gonna do the outfits?
Yeah, we'll have to.
What?
We could do it next show.
All right.
We just didn't get to it. So
now that there's gonna be more outfits.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do 100 outfits. I don't care. This is the
people on
Player's
Spotify
Choice
and
way.
Apple are gonna be like, yeah, what's going on?
All right, y'all. We'll see you next episode. Have a great Sunday, or if you're listening to this later in the week.